I just wake up in the morning and I yell a lot, even though it's way too early. It's fun though. Wake up, wake up, wake up!
That's right, that's right, that's right. Boom, here we go. Here I am. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for getting up way too early with Garage Gym Life. I am John Greaves III. I'm the co-founder of Garage Gym Life. I need every one of you to be alert, ready to go. We're going to go from 0 to 60 real quick. All right. This show, if this is your first time ever watching, thank you for giving us a chance. I think that you are in for a treat. So I'm going to go ahead and just ask you off the top to go ahead, hit the like button because you're going to like what you see today. And if you end up loving it, then I'd like for you to subscribe to the show so that you can, or subscribe to the channel so you can check out the show each and every Friday. I'm John Greaves III. I'm the co-founder of Garage Gym Life. I am your host today and just about every Friday when this show happens, 52 times a year. We do not skip days. We do not skip Fridays. And this show is unique in that what we do is we talk about the topics that matter to the home gym community, but we also engage with the brands who make the products. And we hear from you guys in real time so that we know what matters to you. That's what sets this show apart from every other live fitness show out there. And that is pretty much you and your interaction with me and our guests. Now, let me go ahead and tell you what is on today's show so you know why I think you should be excited. All right. In the first hour, we're going to have news and other things. That's topics related to the home gym community that have come across my desk, come across my radar. I'm going to tell you about them just in case you had not heard about them because we like to share information with each other. That way we all know. So it'll be sales or just whatever stuff that has come up that affects us all in the home gym community. Not in the second hour. This is brand new. So at 6:15, we're going to be debuting a new segment called What Does Corey Think This Is? So NFL content creator Corey Sanchez from On The Warpath YouTube channel will be joining us. He's going to be coming on the show, and he is he's going to let me back up. He's coming on the show. The thing is, Corey doesn't have a home gym. I don't know if he works out. Okay. But he's going to come on and he's going to, and I'm going to ask him some questions. And you guys are free to ask him questions too. You can throw questions, say like a phrase that we use in the home gym community and see if he can guess what this is, right? So I'm going to have a couple of thoughts. I'm going to throw some stuff up. The thing is, he can't Google it. He's got to just answer off the top of his head, okay? I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And this is our chance to kind of just all see how the normal world reacts to some of the stuff that we discuss every day with each other. Then at 6:45, we're going to have a brand new recliner race like we always do. I will tell you guys why I'm mad this week. I'm not exact. I don't know if I'm mad yet or if I'm sad. I don't know, but I am upset. Okay, so I'll tell you guys all about it. Then in the second hour, which will be 7 a.m. Eastern Time, 6 a.m. Central, Marcus Quinones from 922 Designs will be joining us. He's also the creator over at Twisted Barbell YouTube channel. He's going to be joining us. We're going to talk about Home Gym Con. We'll talk about the stuff that he makes for the home gym community. And then in the third hour, we got our first guest from Brazil. That's right, our first guest from Brazil. Daniel Forster from Forster Fitness. He's got one of the biggest YouTube channels and the YouTube home gym channels in Brazil. And I met him at Home Gym Con. And so we're going to get some information about the home gym community in Brazil and also see what Daniel's impressions were of Home Gym Con since this year was the first year that he has attended. Now that you guys know what's going on, go ahead. Once again, like I said, smash that like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already done so, and let's say hello to everybody in the live chat. Now, what I do when we go to this part of the show is I always reach out. I always say, well, who was first in the building? Today, that honor technically goes to 50 Cal Fitness. I know what y'all are saying, but I don't see 50 Cal Fitness. All right, well, here's what happened. Oh, that's the wrong one. Hold up. This right here. Hang on. Hang on. Remove that. There you go. Boom, there we go. All right, let me get this out the way. So last night, 50 Cal Fitness, and I mean last night. All right, 50 Cal Fitness put in this put in this chat message. He said, "Hey John, just wanted to comment before Jared. Have a nice day." Okay, I don't know what time he left this message, but he thought it was important enough to leave the message so that he would be in the chat section before Jared. So Jared, you are having an effect on the people. Okay, you are having an effect on the people. Now, here's the thing. There's a time limit for how long YouTube will keep chats in, y'all's comments in the chat section. So unfortunately, that is no longer in the chat. So but I knew that when I saw it last night, and I was doing some stuff for the show last night, and I said, "Oh, okay." So I screenshotted it, and so I managed to keep it because I wanted you to know that I saw it, 50 Cal Fitness, and I wanted Jared to know that you were thinking about it. Okay, so you guys can see. So this was my response last night. So I saw this at 8:33 p.m. and I said 50 Cal Fitness, that is hilarious. And I threw my one of the special emojis that channel members can use is I see you and I love it, right? Now next in the building is William Engels from Power Bells. All right, that's 4:27 in the morning. Okay, so about an hour and a half before the show even starts. William Engel from Power Bells is there. He says, I'm up early. Where you at? He said, Power Bells is up early. Where you at? I was actually here, but I was busy. I had stuff I needed to get done, get accomplished. Okay, William, I was working. So I was sitting here. I saw your chat. I saw it, but I had time talking. We weren't at the part where I was talking to you yet. Okay, but I appreciate you being here. Okay, then a scant 20 minutes later, my guy Carlos from CBS TCR YouTube channel says, "We up before the chickens, y'all. Wake up, wake up, wake up." What's up, man? Jared, I hope you heard what 50 Cal Fitness said. He said Jared was here at 5:19 a.m., a little under an hour before the show starts. Says, "Happy Friday, man." I'm telling you, y'all are so awesome. Just to wait to like I said, I'm in here doing show prep at 4 o'clock in the morning. And when I'm here doing show prep, seeing you guys' comments, jumping in here 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours before the show starts is just super motivating. All right. Y'all are awesome. My guy Trevor, T-Dog19 said, "Wake up, wake up, wake up." He chimed in at 5:28. Let's go. All right. And then Home Gym Physique, whose particular affliction is that it doesn't matter when he actually gets into the building, he still stays first. So, hey, you know what, man? Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes for you to get by, man. My guy, Eric Eccles, welcome, Eric. He says, "Morning, everyone." So Eric had a day off last week, so he didn't get in here till late. But he is here today, and we are grateful for the presence of the legendary Eric Eccles at any and all times that he chooses to grace us with his presence. Home Gym Physique said, so Carlos said, "Like button is smashed." Home Gym Physique said, "I couldn't like the stream because CBS TCR broke the like button." Hey, you figure it out. Let's see. MW Pig is in the building. MW Pig is here. I just want y'all to know, in case y'all did not know, let's go ahead and pass this on. In case y'all didn't know, MW Pig 5 says 5% of Prime Fitness USA. Just throwing that out there in case y'all didn't know. I get no financial benefit out of this. I just think it's funny to say it every time I see his name. All right? Every time I see you. All right. And actually, I meant to say it. I saw you at Home Gym Con, and I meant to actually run up to you and say it. Instead of hello, I plan on saying it. Saying MW Pig 5 saves 5% of Prime Fitness USA. And then we got sidetracked, so I couldn't do it. But next year, it's going to happen. Let's see here. Daniel Forster, hey man, he says, "Morning, what's up? Good morning." Saying morning from Brazil. What's up? Brasilia in the building. All right. Let's see here. We're not banning 50 Cal Fitness. He's adapting and overcoming. Look at this. The trouble has started. Jared said, "Well, where is he in the live chat now, though?" So I don't know if it counts. Hey, I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, Jared says the same thing happened to him. He woke up at 4 a.m., put a comment in, went back to sleep. Hey, there you go. Cheaters never prosper, Jared. You got to actually be here. About home gym physique, Carlos said, well, he's the first to say first. That is 100% true. But you know what he's not the first to say? He's not the first to say, yep, Coach Carr, signature, his catchphrase. Yep, everybody got to have a catchphrase. You know what I mean? When you're a hero, you got to have a catchphrase, and his is yep. All right, let's see. Yeah, definitely. The best was him holding his towel up in front of the prime booth, the towel that Ashton made him. I'm telling you, that's the dude's a legend. Who else can be so legendary that the message about their discount code is fast becoming a home gym community meme? I mean, what are we doing now? What are we even doing? If you're not at the point where the stuff you say is a meme, what are you even doing with your life? All right. So now that you know what's going on, and we've said what's up to everybody in the chat, we got a lot to cover. So you know what time it is. It's time stamp it. 6:11 a.m. It is time for news and other things. Okay, news and other things. First things first, you know what we got to do? We got to check homework. So we are going to go ahead, and this will mark the first. We're going to screen share, and I guess technically this would make it our first screen share of the day. So you know what that means. Yep. That's right. We're about to do a screen share, ladies. We screen sharing. Get loud. There we go. Okay. Calm down. All right. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to check homework. We're going to see if you guys have been posting. All right. So we can go to, let's see here. Oh, boy. Boy. All right. So we're going to go here and see what we got. Let's go ahead and screen share that. Share screen. And that is the community section. I want you guys to keep on posting your most recent purchases. Also, if there's something that comes up during the show and you're like, oh, I want to talk about this topic or whatever, the best way for me to see it is for you to go to this channel. You're already on the channel. You're watching the show. All right. So what you want to do is go to the channel homepage. Let's hold up a second. All right. Make sure the dang AC is on because it's hot. Anyway, go to the channel homepage, and then you're going to see it'll say visit community. Click on that, and then you'll be able to post pictures, and you can post also text-only posts. All right, so you can do, and you can also post links. I don't think you can post a picture and a link, but you might be able to. But whatever, that's where you can post stuff if you want us to talk about it during the show. So first thing is, so we already saw that last week. This was the RitFit knee raise that was discussed last week. To see, it's a rack-mounted knee raise. We used to call it a Roman chair back in the 20th century when I was a personal trainer. We were asking if RitFit was going to bring that back. So potentially they might, but also, you know, another brand might see it and decide they want to bring out their version of it. So we're going to shout out to JB for that, JBTV for that, and we're going to keep an eye on the market, see what people decide to do. This was from, let's see here, July 18th. I don't know how I missed that, but it's from Carlos. This is his bench. So Carlos has posted a picture of his bench along with a binky. You know, I don't knock what you do to get by through your day, my man. It's a little weird, but you know what? That's okay. You're uncoachable. Live your life. All right. So that looks like that was the latest. All right, that was those are the latest posts because I sorted them by newest. So, hey, I need y'all to step this up. I need y'all to be posting your latest home gym purchases in the community post. That way we can put them up here. We can talk about them. All right. Carlos said he is 5,600 steps in so far. My man, I'm going to get mine as soon as the show is over. All right. I'm going to bang out about a quick 7,000 as soon as the show is over. I can answer that. Jared, it is the Lethal Fitness bench, and I'm actually going to put that in the members only section of the channel for you guys to check out. I'm planning on it's going to happen it's happening tomorrow. So as of tomorrow morning, it'll be in the members only section, so you guys need to check out Carlos's new bench. So just stay tuned for that. let's see here. All right, next item. So that was that. Now let's go down. Now this is not necessarily the best news. Um, it's not necessarily the best news. It's something that's going to affect us all. Um, and well, it's gonna. I don't know if it's gonna affect us all, but it's gonna definitely affect a bunch of us. All right. If you order any products from companies like Bells of Steel, Irwin Fitness, Iron Bull Strength, they make my, as y'all know, I told you they make my favorite power rack in the world. And they're, well, any company that's in Canada. You may have already heard about this, but President Trump has announced that he's going to impose a 35% tariff on goods that are imported from Canada that do not comply with the U.S. Canada Mexico trade agreement. All right, there we go, my man. Yeah, I see you. I see you, Corey. Our special guest has arrived. All right, so let's finish this topic up real quick. Anyway, so these tariffs are going to go in effect August 1st. And he's already imposed a 50% tariff rate on imported steel and aluminum products in June, right? I will tell you that the Health and Fitness Association, which is HFA, that used to be called IRSA, most people know them for their show that we actually attended. You can see that on this channel, the show that was in Vegas, we attended it. They've got a trade expo and whatnot, but they are basically a group of lobbyists for the fitness industry. And so they are lobbying heavily to have fitness equipment exempted from this, but from all tariffs, to be honest with you. But I don't know how that's gonna go. So yeah. Okay, hold up a second. Have you noticed a drop in video views since activating your community? Many channels are stating they've experienced a drop in views after allowing viewers to post in their community. Yes, actually, I have noticed drop in views and drop in in subscriptions to the channel because we've been stuck at 59,000 for a minute now, and we normally would have been over 60,000 by this time. So I have noticed it. So I'm hoping we figure out a way around it, but it is what it is. Anyway, we do have some more gear to talk about, but I do not want to wait. So what I'll do is I'll push the gear alert stuff, the new gear alert, to the end of the show. Or if we have time, then we'll do it after this segment with Corey is over. But I'm not going to make my man Corey. When you get a legend in the building, you do not make him wait, okay? So here we go. All right. To be clear, I'm talking about your son, Corey. You just happen to be here. All right. All right. So one of the things that sets the show apart is we're not afraid to try new things. Sometimes they work. Sometimes they crash, burn, and disappear into the shadow realm, never to be seen again. So we've got a new segment, as I told you guys. It's going to be called, for this segment, I'm going to welcome to the show for the first time, Corey Sanchez, affectionately known as Sanchez. You need to get Sanchez. Corey is the host of On The Warpath, which is a Washington Commanders content channel. If y'all don't know what that is, that's the NFL, best team in the NFL. I don't care what y'all say, with the best quarterback in the NFL. Fight me about it. Corey live streams games with play-by-play, and he gives post-game analysis as well. What's important for us is he's not a home gym owner. Okay, so I'm gonna, and I don't really know if Corey even works out, but he has watched the show because he said it came across his feed one morning while he's getting ready for work. So, I love supporting people who support the show, and I love having fun, and we're gonna do both by welcoming Corey on. So, everybody, show your love for my guy Corey.
Give a clap.
That's right. Where the fella's at? Yeah, there we go. Where the baby's at? You gonna be here for a minute. We don't have a lot of time. But y'all relax. Y'all gotta relax. You people relax. Okay. Sanchez. What's
up, man? The rent, my blood pressure. I'm up at this time too. So I'm doing good, John. Appreciate being on here with you, brother. Appreciate it. And man, yeah, I'm not gonna let the fat joke slide. What's that? I don't even think he works out. I don't even think he works out.
You might work out.
I don't think he works out. Yeah, look at me, bro. Doesn't look like I work out.
You look like Chris Paul.
Which one?
our Chris Paul, not the
See, there you go. Look, see, there you know that ain't right.
You
See,
like Chris Paul. I mean, you don't like Cornelius Lucas.
Oh God,
I'm just saying, those are athletes. I didn't say Charles Leno.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's
okay,
true.
then there you go. All right, so you got your first greeting, my man Carlos said Corey. Yeah,
What's up?
there we go. There we go. All right, so look, let's go through some ground rules here. All right, first of all right, you do not have a home gym. Is that correct?
No, I do not.
Okay. Do you work out now, or have you ever worked out in the past?
Not consistently.
5 years.
No, not consistently.
Okay.
No.
All right, we're doing great. Those are the answers I was hoping for.
Okay.
So this segment for you to understand is going to highlight what my audience goes through at every family gathering. Somebody makes the mistake of asking us what we've been up to. We start talking about a home gym.
Mm-hmm.
We start getting that look in their eyes like, oh, this was a mistake. I shouldn't have. Hey, y'all, I ain't about to start talking about Corey. You said Corey is a fitness whole pizza in my mouth. Hey, don't you do that.
That's a pause. That is
Pause.
a pause right there.
Pause.
No, I have bars in my house, candy bars, but that's about it.
Okay.
So.
Okay, you're perfect for this segment.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. All right. I'm gonna show you several items, and you have not prepared for this because he tried to prepare y'all. He came on the show last week, so that actually altered when I saw he was in. I altered some of the stuff I was talking about on purpose. So I'm gonna show you several items that play a role in the home gym community. Your job without Googling, so I'm gonna need to see your hands the entire time. Okay, I need to be
I don't know what to do with my hands.
So I know you ain't Googling. You can do like that. All right, I don't need you Googling. You cannot Google answers. You got to guess what these answers are, what these items are. All right, if you guess, and also this is open to the chat. So y'all in the chat, if you would like to put a phrase, a home gym phrase in the chat, and see if Corey can figure out what that means. Go ahead, but here's the thing. If you do that and Corey guesses what it is without Googling, you got to subscribe to his YouTube channel for at least 30 days.
All right.
Now, since I'm already a subscriber, if you guess 3 of the items, you know what? If you guess 2 of the items, what they are, if you answer 2 of my questions correctly, I'll buy a $25 super chat on your next live stream.
Lord have mercy. Hey, that make it worth it, man. That's worth it. That's worth it.
I'm just saying. All right. So there are 5 questions. I got 5 questions. I don't know how many we're gonna get from the chat. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So here we go. First question. So let me get this out of the way. And you got time. Let's just get this right here out of the way. All right. Which of these items that I'm holding in my hand would you use first in an upper body workout?
I'd say the one on the left.
Wrong.
Okay.
That's incorrect.
Okay.
Right? So the one on the right
is
to use. You ever heard of myofascial release?
No, I have not.
Okay, Graston. So what you do is you scrape wherever something's tight. You scrape on it, and it will.
It's like a cheese grater for your body. Gotcha.
Yeah, and it relaxes you, and then so what you do is you would do that first, especially if you got an injury or something, so that you can then work out without getting hurt. All right. The item on the left is a multi-link, and you use that so you can do let's say you're doing like a lat pull down or something, and you want to use handles or a cable row, and you want to use 2 handles instead of 1. Then you can clip the different carabiners in the different holes. Okay.
That one on the right looks like something you put like I've seen those in hospitals before. Like,
what you think on a bedpan?
Yeah, that's a bedpan right there, brother. That ain't no.
That is not a bedpan. That's not a bedpan. When I saw it, I thought it looked like one of those knives that Worf used on Star Trek.
Oh my gosh.
Star Trek. I was like, I don't know what this is, but it does work. I verified it. All right, you failed. Question.
Okay.
Hey, so Carlos said he don't even need to hear the rest of the questions.
I appreciate it, Carlos.
He'll subscribe to you. All right, you exactly. I'll get you the link right now. Actually, let's do it right now. On the Warpath. Bam. YouTube. Boom. All right. There's my guy Corey. Look at this dude right here. Pulling up right now. I'll do it. I hadn't planned on doing this until later in the show, but you know, hey. I'm gonna do it right now because I listen to what the people want. Here you go.
There you go.
Boom! I just threw it in the chat. All right. Now, all right. So there you go. That's the link to subscribe to Corey's channel. All right. So that was question 1. You failed.
Okay.
Now for the correct. You need time? Or are you good for question 2?
Oh, let's go. Let's go with it.
All right. Born ready. Just picked up speed with experience. All right. Let's go. Which of these is the front? Which end of this is the front?
Oh my gosh! I know there's something. That's the leg. I know that's something you do with your legs and everything, like
Hold
your
on
feet.
A second. I just want to show everybody your face as you try to figure this out. You look baffled. I love it.
Like, let's see. The front.
Hang on. Let's go. All right. So let's go back to it one more time. Let me see it. Which end is the front? Is it
I'm gonna say the end with the rolls on it and everything.
All right, so you think that you face that way?
Yeah, you face. Yeah, I feel like you face that way, like you're looking at the rolling part right there. Yeah,
what are you doing when you do that? Like, what do you think you're doing? When
I feel like you're pushing your feet forward, or you're lifting your feet up, or something, lifting your legs up. Ah, Lord have mercy. I know I'm wrong.
All right, so in your defense, all right, so we're gonna screen share. Just so you see, technically, you could do. I'm going to give you partial credit because technically, you could do either side. But
that's a setup. That's a setup. You like?
I never said. Hold on. Let's go back. Let's roll the tape. Did I say any of the questions were fair? I did not. All right. So that's what you're looking at right there. It does all that, right? So you can be on it like that.
My God.
With the feet are like that. You can also, there's even better. So this is so if you're facing that way, like you said, so you're facing that way, there's the rollers right there. Or you could be facing like that, which is this way, bent back like a paperclip.
I thought this was a family show and y'all showing all that on there. Hold on, wait a minute.
It's a family show.
That's a family show. That brother bent back in 6 ways from Sunday. Come on now, bro. That's too early in the morning for that. Is that what y'all do in the morning? Is that what y'all do at that gym? Is that what y'all do at Gym Con or Home Gym Con or whatever? And y'all bending back like pretzels and everything?
I mean, Carlos might be doing that right now because some of these, actually, Jared might be doing it right now too.
Ooh, Lord, God.
I mean, they do this. And speaking of Jared, this is a question submitted by Jared. So, Jared, if he gets this right, so you already got one. You got partial credit. It ain't enough.
That one's right. That's right. That ain't no partial credit.
That's partial credit.
That ain't no partial credit. That's full credit.
For you to get correct answer, the answer would have been both. You'd have said both.
You said which side? That's a trick question.
Both?
I got it.
Both of them.
Both. Look, this ain't radio, bro. This ain't radio. We got one. I'm not. Do I like Cuba Gooding Jr. with the bad teeth?
Look,
no.
You earned a $10 super chat.
There we go. Okay, good. Okay, now we got to hustle. Get my hustle on.
Yeah. Got the money, shut him up.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. All right. So here we go. Number 3, submitted by Jared. So if you get this right, this on Jared, and Jared got to subscribe to your channel.
Okay.
All right. Which one of these is for upper body?
Good God Almighty. Okay. What in the world? For upper body. On the left.
Oh, hey, he got it right. That's correct. That is the Bells of Steel monolift rack attachment. Now, you can technically use it for lower body as well, but it is designed.
I guess I get half credit for that too, because you could have used it for both.
No, I said you got it right. Because I said which one of these is for upper body. The other thing is you use for your hamstrings. Mm-hmm. Lower body, you can't use it for upper body, or I guess maybe you could technically try, but I wouldn't do it. So this is actually used for benching.
Right. Oh, okay.
See that? So there, you unrack the weight, and that it's supposed to simulate if somebody is standing there handing the weight to you.
Gotcha.
So once you unrack the weight, then those arms will slide back out of place, and that way you don't have to reach way back behind yourself to try to get the bar.
Somebody spotting for you, correct?
Yeah,
that's exactly. The word that y'all use. Yeah, okay.
That's the word we use. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm not just a regular. I know a little bit.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, look. Okay.
Yeah.
Now Jared said technically both. So now you got partial credit. Okay. So I don't know. What do the judges say? Does Jared have to subscribe to Corey's channel or not? All right, because he said both. He said both. All right. I'm actually gonna pay you. Well, no, I'm not, because that was Jared's question. We're gonna move to the next one.
No. You said the $10. No.
You get 10. I'm saying you're not getting the other 50.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Get another one of my questions.
Okay. I got you.
Okay. All right. So Jared said you subscribe. There you go. All right. Bam. All right. So you're doing okay today, Corey. All right. Next question. This one's from me again. Are you prepared?
No, but let's go. Let's roll with it, bro. Let's go.
Why you look so frustrated? You made money. You got subscribers.
I ain't frustrated. Man, it's 6:30 in the morning. What you talking about being frustrated?
Which of these is the better value? 20 free Chewy bars. Hey, nobody helping him in the chat either. Which of these is the better value? 20 free Chewy bars or 20 free bottles of spider chalk?
What in the world? What the heck is spider chalk?
Hey, it's a chalk.
And what we did? And we got Star Wars reference. Oh, we got Chewbacca. Oh, like these bars.
I don't know if these are. I mean, no, it's not Star Wars. Is that a question you needed? Like,
it's in Star Wars typing too. So,
it is. Maybe that's to throw you off.
Yeah, maybe it is. Spider chalk bottle. Spider chalk.
Font. That's it.
I'm going with the. Let me go with the.
Jared said, "Well done on the question." Yeah, there we go. And that answer, and by the way, both is absolutely wrong. That's the wrong answer. Both is not the correct answer.
I'm gonna go with the spider chalk. Oh man.
All right, so I'm gonna show you why.
Why? Show me.
So let's go. So spider chalk. I'm gonna have to obviously we're doing a lot of screen sharing today. I hope y'all know that. So for this segment, so this is spider chalk. It's black. You have Black Widow liquid chalk. You've got some other ones now. You got the White Widow liquid chalk. That's extreme, by the way. You're going to use these sparingly. Then you got just a normal spider chalk, liquid chalk. All right. So just so you know, 20 bottles of spider chalk. Hold up. See that? 15, and this is the one I have at the house. All right. It's $15.95. So 20 bottles of that is about $319. Right? Now, the Chewy bar, all right, share this tab instead. The Chewy bar is, I can't believe it just jumped off my thing right here. There we go. All right, the Chewy bar is $700.
Oh my gosh, I'm thinking about food. I thought about food.
I know. That's why I picked that one.
Yeah, Lord have mercy.
All right, now, I don't know if this makes any difference to you. I guess I could have said it's machined with 20 teeth per inch knurl for unmatched precision and grip. Is
that tariff proof?
It's made in America. So,
okay, good. Okay.
And so it's got stainless steel snap rings and composite bushings to ensure a smooth, quiet, and durable performance. Ideal for both commercial and home use. All right, but it's $700. So 20 of those is $14,000.
Oh yeah.
So I would say that the better deal for you, if we're going to go back to our question, which of these is the better value, is 20 free Chewy bars. Okay. So,
yeah, I would assume. Yeah. Okay.
All right. You did okay. All right. You got $10 out of me so far.
Okay.
All right. Here's the last question I got for you. So this is the last question I got for you. All right. This is very simple. All right. I'll give you 3 guesses.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
What is this used for?
Oh dear God. Good grief. What is that used for? I mean, it looked like it's something with you. What in the world is that?
This is wonderful. This is
crap baskets. I don't know what that look like. Something where you put your leg or your foot on. No, that might be your buttocks. I don't know. That's like one of them rollers or something like.
Carlos, that is wrong, and those are not pallets.
Shoot.
This item is actually in my living room right now.
Oh my gosh! It look like a roll, like one of them rollers or whatever.
What'd you say it is?
It looked like a rower almost, like like they use with them up the class crew kids use, but that's not it.
Like a rowing machine? Okay, so
Yeah.
you think it's a rowing machine?
No, I don't think it's a rowing machine. It looks like it, but it's not. I don't think that's it.
I don't know if you're answering the question. I can't tell if you answered the question or not.
Okay, yeah, it looks like a rowing machine almost.
It is a rowing machine.
Holy, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. See, look.
Did you literally just dab?
Yes, I did. I did dab. I did. It's 6:30 in the morning. I'm a dab. Yes. Yes, I'm gonna dab.
Oh my God, he dabbed.
Y'all let my out of shape butt come back up in here and blow the doors off the building. There you go. Let's go.
So that's what it is. This is the trifold water rowing machine.
Yeah.
And we did it, and that's it right there. It unfolds, and there you go. Now look at that.
Look at that. I said, it looked like a rowing machine. I said, it looks like stacked up, and that's what Frank Underwood used before he went crazy. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. You remember House of Cards? He used to do that because Claire said he needed Jenny from Forrest Gump needed him to work out a little bit more, stay healthy, and then he busted that thing at the bottom.
Whoa,
yeah.
Pause. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was a pause. Okay. My bad.
All right. So since if anybody would like to grab this for themselves, you go ahead and use that affiliate link right there. Go ahead and scan that, and you get that at a discount. All right, at a discount off the normal rate. I'm happy to put that back up on screen as often as y'all want me to, so you can buy something. Anyway, let's remove that now. Corey, you did pretty good, man. Did you surprise yourself?
No, not really. No.
No, not oh, you
no, I didn't surprise myself. I figured the law of averages would be like I'd get at least one shot in the dark, right?
So I made it too easy for you.
I didn't say that.
Two. I said what I said you got to get two. No, I said two. I said you get two.
I got two.
You get two, and so now I owe you a $25 super.
Yes, you do.
On your next live.
Yes, I do. Yes, you do.
And that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh man, so. You guys let me know if this is something you all want us to keep on doing. Well, if you do, Carlos thinks you did great.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Dang, it's fun. It's fun.
If y'all want us to do this again, there's two things. All you gotta do, number one, is say whether you're watching on replay, shout out to the replay gang. Make sure you throw a comment and say, hey, we want to see Corey come back and answer more questions. I just need to get some votes from the audience. Do you want to see some more of this? And then also, y'all help me out with some of the questions. Shout out to Jared for contributing those photos, because I literally called him yesterday and said, hey man, send me some pictures of the random stuff around your house that you think people wouldn't figure out what it is, right? If they don't know about home gyms. So he was good enough to provide it. So man, I love it. Before we let you get out of here, let everybody know what hey, look at that. Trevor said, look at that.
Yeah, let's go.
Corey back.
Let's go.
Yeah, look at him building a fan base.
Woo, let's go. Let's go. Yeah.
Hey, look, there's 600 of y'all watching right now. I need y'all to, number one, subscribe to On The Warpath on YouTube. I did put the link in the live chat. I'll also put it in the description for this video so you guys can subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to my guy because he's got awesome content. But don't let me tell you about it. Corey, go ahead before we let you go. Give everybody give them your elevator speech about your channel and what you do and why they should check it out.
Oh yeah, I'm like the out of shape version of Colin Cowherd sometimes, but it's just with the Washington Commanders. Always talking about them, posting countdown to kickoff. So I put a player up every day and just give a little synopsis of them. But yeah, I do streams during the ball games. It's always exciting. You can come and watch my freakouts and everything. Sometimes I have my little boy on there. He's 17 months old, so he's getting into football, loves saying touchdown and everything. So that might be our touchdown call this year. But yeah, come on out. Wednesday nights at 9. I'm up, do a little thing called Warpath Wednesday. So just breaking down everything that happened in the week. And then I do have something during the season. It's called the Monday After Pill. Yes, the Monday After Pill. And we break down the game from Sunday. And then sometimes it might be this year, it might be a Tuesday After Pill or Friday After Pill. So we're going to be rocking and roll, or Sunday After Pill after Christmas. So we're going to be rocking and rolling, brother.
Oh, yeah. So, we get content, because y'all know, like, Christmas Day ain't nothing to do. All right. So after the kids open up their presents, you pretty much don't have anything to do with your dad or mom.
Yeah,
So,
you got that row. You can go and roll in the living room, just right there by
like
the Christmas tree.
We can watch the game, and then Corey's going to stream afterwards, and y'all come on, you interact with Corey. And even if you're not a Washington fan, I mean, we're pretty much going to be like the only ones on TV that day. Are there 2 games on Christmas Day?
Yeah, there's 2. I can't think of the
I don't know
other
who the other
one.
ones are, but
yeah,
we're playing. So you're likely to see us. So then you go check out Corey's channel, but don't wait till December to check out his channel. He woke up early, came and checked out the show for the second time because you said you watched it before.
Third time, technically third time.
Third. Well, yeah, that's because you were on last week trying to spy things. All right, but I want to tell you that the encouragement you gave me, just telling me that it came across your feed, and Carlos said I'm funny, but Corey had me rolling.
But when like I told you, but it's like I said, the one time on Toothpick's channel a couple weeks ago, I was like,
yeah.
Toothpick, you didn't tell me this brother rolls like that. He's like, what do you mean? Like it was like in Rush Hour when in Rush Hour 2 when they were up in there in the massage parlor. He's like, Lee, why didn't you tell me this man rolls like that? I did tell you. And Toothpick trying to tell me he taught. And like, no, you did not. You sitting over here like, oh man, we struggling. We only got 59,000 over here. Oh, we could have got to. I said, bro, I wish I had these problems. Okay,
hold up. So first of all, y'all see Corey laughing at me, all right? So and Trevor said this is entertaining. Let's get something square. And asking you a question, Cart. And I do have an opinion about this one. Corey, you might know too.
Mm-hmm.
But let me put a star in there so I don't lose it. First of all, y'all don't know, but Corey's the one that showed my guy Toothpick. He brought a Toothpick. He has another excellent show, First String Podcast. Well, Corey's the one that helped Toothpick get started with StreamYard. And Toothpick told me about StreamYard and how I could start using that. So basically, Corey is indirectly responsible for this show even being in existence, because we wouldn't have been able to do it without you passing that information on. So I don't know if you even knew that. But
I didn't. No, I really didn't know that. I appreciate that, man. It's all about everybody's got different niches and different areas of expertise. I mean, I don't even consider this my expertise. I just like to sit on here and talk to people. That's about it. So and if we know enough to be dangerous with something, that's the best thing. And what's knowledge if you don't share it with folks? Like why are we
100%.
like that's what's wrong with the world today. We don't share enough of what we know with folks. So, whether they're older than you or they're younger than you. So, you can mentor anybody. You can mentor up, you can mentor down, and those are not bad things. That's just in the age range.
100%. So now let's answer this question before I let you go. Which Washington Commander has the best home gym? I would have said it would have been Morgan Moses in the past, because I know he had a home gym. Because when the pandemic happened, they interviewed Brandon Sheriff, and he said he had been using Morgan Moses' home gym. So Morgan Moses had a home gym, and then remember who was our kicker? Joey Sly. Joey Sly had a home when he was like, well, he still has one, but he had a home gym that was set up for him by a company that everybody watching is going to be familiar with, called Williams Strength. And it was when he played for Carolina, because Williams Strength is in South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
So he played for the Carolina Panthers. Joey Sly had a home gym that was set up for him by Williams Strength, right? But now
he's from where I'm from originally. Joey Sly is. Yeah,
really?
He went to, I think he went to high school with my cousins. Went to North Stafford High School, so I know exactly where that is.
Yeah.
So I actually got to meet Joey Sly. Back in 22, they had a season ticket holders thing at minicamp, and I got to meet and talk to him. I said, hey, I know where you at. I said, I was excited when you got here. I mean, that home gym ain't helping kick worth a lick, but I mean, it is what it is. So,
for those who don't know who Joey Sly is, I just go ahead and I'll just show y'all what this dude. So
this is a kicker.
A kicker. Okay.
Look at that.
This is a kicker. All right. And so he had a home gym. Actually, let me see some. Joey Sly home gym. We had the Joey Sly build out. So let me see. I think that's it right there. Yeah, there we go. That's the Joey Sly build out.
Lord, yeah, they look good.
So he had that from Williams Strength. And I happened to see it on the Williams Strength feed a while back. And anyway, but now the one player who I know, B Mitch has a home gym. And I heard him say
we know Albert Hainsworth didn't have no gym.
Nah, he didn't have that. But the one player who I know has a home gym now is Terry McLaurin, because he mentioned that's one.
He better have one.
Well, you know, he went to yoga class, but he mentioned that one of the ways he stayed in shape is he got weights at the house, and he said he's lifting at the house and he's still running and all that kind of stuff. When they asked him about how he's staying in shape. Mm-hmm. So anyway, man, dude, I appreciate you being on here. One more time, tell everybody where your channel is and how to find it. And I have the link in the video description. So people
On the Warpath here on YouTube. You can find me. You can find that logo right here. And then on social media right here, you can follow me on the X and on the Instagram. And I'm always putting up crazy stuff. Got a lot of pictures of my son on there right now. But so we about to get back into it. And it's one thing I learned about Terry McLaurin, right? He's going to get back to work here pretty soon, because you know why? And we all know this. If you're married, wives are expensive and they're going to get you out of the house. Just remember that. I ain't trying to get you in trouble, but they're expensive. And for the ladies on here, husbands are expensive too. So there you go, just to make you feel better.
And since my wife is watching probably, baby, I don't think you're too expensive at all, and I appreciate everything.
It's a labor of love, though. It's a labor of love. Like, we love for y'all to be expensive.
There you go. That's right. I don't regret a thing, baby. That's right. Get me in trouble.
He in trouble. Look, you got that hostage look like what is it like? The infidels.
The other side of that door. You better ain't relax. Anyway, hey, Corey, man, I'll get you out of here before you get me in trouble. Hey, man, you are welcome back anytime, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate y'all.
All right, man. Later.
All right, later.
All right, that was my dude, Sanchez. Y'all make sure y'all following him on X. If y'all go on X or go on Instagram at Sanchez405, and make sure you subscribe to his YouTube channel On The Warpath. Like I said, I put the link in the live chat, and the link is going to be in the description for this video, so you guys can check it out. But it is now time to go from the fun to the not so fun. Well, I guess it's fun for y'all, because I know how y'all are. You like laughing at my pain. It is now time for your favorite segment, Recliner Rage.
It's the Recliner of Rage.
It's the Recliner of Rage, 'cause he's not happy.
All right, so this is one of those that's I don't quite know how to. It's not really. I don't know if it's rage. I don't know if it's I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm mad or I'm sad, but I am upset. This Recliner of Rage is dedicated to bad quality control. First of all, before we get started with it, what made this tough is I like this company. I like the dude who runs this company. He's been on the show. I am a fan of their products. I've done reviews. He gave us a booth tour. I did a review of the product of one of his other products, and it's Exponent Edge. Heck, I'm wearing the shirt. I'm wearing the shirt right now on purpose to show that I love the company. But I would do this to any other brand that I had this experience with, and I did reach out to Jason before last week when this happened. All right. But I got to remain neutral. Jason, if you want to come on the show and roast me and tell me how wrong I am, you are welcome to come on the show. So I ordered my Infinity Bench from Exponent Edge on June 30th, right after Home Gym Con. I want you to understand that when I did the video with Jason at Home Gym Con number 2 in 2024, I saw the Infinity Bench. I said, oh, I like that. Then I decided I wanted it, but it's over $500. One of the rules my wife and I have is we don't make big purchases for anything without the other one having signed off on it as well. And so that includes gym equipment. $500 is the threshold. So no. So I had to wait till she saw it. So I was like, well, next year we'll just both be at Home Gym Con. He's going to be there. I'll show her the bench. She'll sign off on it. We'll get it. Well, guess what? He didn't go to Home Gym Con. Man. Now, he had a pre-order already, and I was like, man, I'll just get it from Home Gym Con. If I have to just buy his display model, I'll buy his display model. Get to Home Gym Con, he's not there. Get home, message him. and he wasn't able to make it. He had unavoidably he had a family situation come up, and so he just couldn't be there. Basically, 2 commitments, family first. So all right, so I went ahead and I pre-ordered my bench. So that was June 30th. Now, Jason told me the orders would arrive in early July. Okay. And I was like, all right. And the communication was decent. I got an email on July 4th. Remember, I ordered June 30th. And then July 4th, I got an email that the benches would arrive in New York by July 8th. Then they would get to Charlotte, where Jason lives, by July 13th. And then they'd be shipped out when they arrive. All right. So on July 17th, and I'm not tripping because I've seen that. Remember, the pre-order was going on before I ever placed the order for the bench. So I see that it said that the tariffs were messing up stuff as far as the timeline. No big deal. July 17th, but he's supposed to be shipping these benches out when he gets them. He's supposed to get them July 13th, and they're going to start shipping out. So 4 days later, I still haven't heard anything. So I sent him a message. I got his phone number. I texted him. I said, hey, man, do you have a tracking number for me? He didn't respond. But then the next day, which will be July 18th, I got a tracking email. So, okay, I got a tracking email. It's headed your way. All right. So I wasn't upset at the delay, and I'm still not upset at the delay. What I don't like, I told you all that to let you know how much I was anticipating getting this bench, how much I was looking forward to getting this bench, right? And I'll tell you this. I had a bench that was similar to it. The RitFit had sent me their version of this kind of bench. But because of the relationship I had with Jason, I was like, you know what? We can't do this. I sent that bench to my son. And so they've got it right now. All right. So I had something like it in my hands. But I said, no. I told Jason I was going to support him. I was going to buy his bench when it was available. So I sent that bench to my son, and I paid for the Exponent Edge bench. So I just want y'all to understand how I've been anticipating getting this bench in the house. So the bench shows up last Friday after the show. And I opened the box to see this. Let's go ahead and share the screen. This. Now, I don't know if y'all can tell, but do you see on screen, I don't know if you can see my pointer, but if you look to the right side of the screen, so look on the left side, you see that little black liner that goes around the inside of underneath of the pad. And then you look on the other side and you notice how it's completely off. Okay? Completely off. So I'm looking at it like, and my face, I just like, seriously? Now, I was able to, it took a couple of tries, and I ended up getting a flathead screwdriver, and I was able to push it back in, okay? Because I immediately I took a picture, that picture I just showed y'all, I took the picture and I sent it to Jason. And I said, hey, and he never responded. So I'm like, all right, I'm just going to go ahead and see if I can fix it. So I took a flathead screwdriver and I just pushed it in. It took a couple of times and I finally was able to get it to stay in there. And then I put the bench together. It hasn't popped out so far. Hopefully that's fixed. But the point I'm making is I waited all that time to get the bench. All that time to get this bench I was looking forward to. I passed up on other benches that would have been free for me to get this bench. And it shows up at my house looking like that. Think about this. Let's say you're at a store, you're buying this bench in person, and you saw that hanging off. And the salesperson said, here you go, and handed you the bench. And you saw that hanging off. You give it back, right? You're like, oh, hey, what's this? So the way I look at it is, if you're going to send me something, I expect to open the box and it be in the same condition that I would expect if I bought it off your showroom floor. Only difference is I have to assemble it. Come on, man. It's like going, like you get a birthday cake and you open the package and 2 of the letters in your name are missing. Or, this will show you how much of a nerd I am. Or if you ever got like a Millennium Falcon for Christmas, and let's say one of the landing struts is broken, you get your dad or whoever to glue it back on, but it's not the same thing, right? your GI Joe, one of your GI Joes, the thumb is broken off. You can glue it back on, but it's not the same. It's never the same because that first impression, you look at it, you're just like, oh man, you know what I mean? And that's how I felt. That's why I said I don't know if I'm mad or if I'm just, I don't know. I don't know if I'm mad or sad. I don't know how I feel. I don't.
Or to put it like my son used to say when he was a little boy, I'm not mad at you. I'm sad at you.
Exactly. I'm not mad. I feel like I'm sad. Come on, Jason. You couldn't open the boxes and double check. I know that's a lot of boxes, but you couldn't open the box and just make sure that it was right before you sent it out. You couldn't do that. You couldn't do that. And then I messaged you, Jason. You could have at least answered, hey, man, I'm sorry that happened. Anything. Instead, I don't even have a cricket soundtrack, but that's what I got. Crickets. That ain't right. That ain't right. All right. I'm not mad. I'm sad and I'm disappointed. Okay. Now, if you guys are interested, my full review of that bench is going to be coming out soon. I am familiar with the Mikolo bench that looks like that. It's the Bastet, and we actually saw it when we did our. If you guys saw our video tour where we compared the budget brands that were at Home Gym Con, they showed that bench in the video. But yeah, I remember when it came out, and that's actually one of the things that I remember when BJ from Iron Clinic came on, and I was telling him I saw he posted about it on Instagram, and I was like, hey, that's just a copy of the Exponent Edge bench, right? And that's how BJ and I first ever started talking, So I've actually been. That's another thing that makes me a little irritated about it. I've been defending Exponent Edge publicly from other benches. From other similar benches. When I got the RitFit bench, I reached out to them and I said, hey, y'all need to reach out to Jason and see if you guys can collab with him because this looks enough like his bench that I think, I don't want people to feel like y'all just ripped him off or anything, right? And in their defense, they didn't know, or at least the person I talked to didn't know about their bench. I think they only knew about the Mikolo version, right? So there's that. But anyway, that just makes it more disappointing. Anyway, let's see here. Carlos said, "That great. Now I'm in my feelings." I mean, hey, I don't know. Let's see here. Now everybody's trashing Mikolo or Mikolo. So yes, it's no herd. They did. Yeah. I felt sorry for Vern from Forster Fitness. He had to put all that stuff together himself. And yeah, he didn't really have tools. So that actually ought to tell y'all something about Mikolo. If that's the level of care that they take for their booth at Home Gym Con and the way they treat their brand ambassador, how you think they're going to treat you? So all of y'all who are watching or like just looking at the price of a Mikolo thing and say, oh, well, that's cheap. That's in my price range. I just paid for that one. All I'm going to say to you is think about how they treat people, okay? And I'll also say that I feel like there's a reason why the Mikolo booth didn't have as much traffic as the RitFit booth, and they didn't even have as much traffic as the Major Fitness booth, okay? RitFit had the most traffic out of those three, but I'm just saying. Okay. Oh, I didn't finish yours. Carp said Mikolo has a new bench coming out. It looks like one of their better benches. Too bad their Home Gym Con booth had no pulleys for the functional trainer rack. Yeah, but see, that happens sometimes, man. And when we went to HFA, Major Fitness had a piece of equipment not even show up. And Scott McDonald from Body Solid said that they actually will show up if they're going to do setup somewhere. They try to show up on like Monday for something that's going to start on Thursday. Because that way they know if something's missing, they have time to order like do like a rush order to get their warehouse to send it out. But yeah. And no, you're correct. Cardboard piles in the booth were not a good look. I mentioned Naomi and I were talking about that when we did the video, but we kind of were like trying in the video that we shot, trying to not show the cardboard, but there's only so much I can do. I can't make it evaporate. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still there. Anyway. All right. So let's go ahead. Like I said, it is now 7 o'clock. So shout out to the Central Time Zone. To all of you who watch the show, who get up way too early, you watch and comment each Friday. I appreciate you guys because without you commenting and faithfully showing up and adding to the conversation, I'd be like this.
All by myself.
So the show spares no budget expense. All right, that's from Arizona. That's footage from Arizona that I went out to Arizona and got that footage for the show. Okay, it came out the show budget. But anyway, so as a result, like I said, I appreciate you guys, and I need you to don't just watch and all that. I need you guys to do a lot. So here we go.
Hey, I don't want you to just watch this video. I need you to like, subscribe, and if you're already a subscriber, I want you to join our channel for 99 cents a month so you can help us improve YouTube for the home gym community. Okay, back to the video.
All right, so let's do one more thing here. We're going to change one more thing, and we're going to add, we're going to add our friends from LinkedIn real quick. Let's do that. Boom. All right. So welcome to everybody who just joined us from LinkedIn. Thank you for being here. My first guest, or technically my second guest of the day, but my first guest for you guys on LinkedIn is Marcus Quinones from 922 Designs and the Twisted Barbell YouTube channel. So he's a content creator, but he's also a small business owner, got a startup, and I love to support entrepreneurs. Marcus and I did a collab review of the AB5200. Oh man, I don't even remember which year that was, but we did a review of the AB5200, a joint collab of the AB5200 a couple of years ago. This was the original one, not version 2, and he's got a great channel here on YouTube called Twisted Barbell. And he additionally has started a new venture called 922 Designs. So you guys can see some of the videos he's got. Marcus has some outstanding editing skills. I'm a big fan of his channel. He's done my fitness showroom tours. He competes in powerlifting, as you guys can see. Got a lot of little tweaks and hacks that are useful for the home gym community. And so I think he's a great channel to check out. But he's going to come on here and talk about his channel, and I'm also excited to hear about his latest venture, 922 Designs. So Marcus, I'm going to bring you on. Ready to go? All right, bring you on here. Marcus, thanks for getting up way too early, my man. What's up?
What's good? How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. You see the ladies love you. Look at that. The ladies love you. What's up, man?
Do you hear not much? Do you hear feedback at all, or is that just like
your you good? No, you good. Right. Yeah, you good. It's a little quiet. If you turn your mic up just a touch.
Yeah, that's a bit of an issue. I might have to switch to my Beats microphone because this thing is.
Oh, hey, that was good right there. So if you just adjust where it is, there you go. Right. You're good. That's perfect.
Yeah, good. All right.
You got that smooth jazz, easy listening voice. So Anyway, so you already got the you got your part of your cheering section. Joey Echeverria says good morning. Good morning, and he says good to see you, Marcus. I noticed he didn't say hello to me, Joey. But I noticed he didn't say hi to me. But whatever, this is my show. That's fine. Anyway, good. Jake said, "My man Marcus." Hey, so there you go. They're starting to come in. They're filing in. Let's see. My man. Jared said 5'8" Society checking in. All right, here we go. So hey, y'all come on. I told you when I told you I put out the word about having you on. Like, you were one of the most popular people. They were like, no, you gotta have Twisted Barbell. You gotta get Marcus on. So I said, hey, I do what the people want, man. It's up to Marcus. I gotta do what the people want. So
I appreciate that.
Let's dive into
I appreciate you having me on.
Man, I wish how many times have I tried to get you on like when I was just doing interviews before it was even live? I was like, Marcus, I want you to come on. So
I think that was the idea. I think that was the idea you had originally when we did the AB5200 collab.
Yep. Yep. I was like, let's see if we can do this. It's gonna be, and then we end up because of scheduling. We're like, well, let's just record it and just do it. Yeah. All right. So you did a video where you talked about your overall impressions of Home Gym Con. What made you decide though to go for the first year as a vendor for 922 Designs, or Jake doesn't like vendor, as an exhibitor for 922 Designs, rather than just as a content creator for Twisted Barbell?
Short answer, Rory. Rory from Rory and Strength. Yeah.
All right.
Because he contacted me, I want to say maybe February, March, something like that. I did challenge coin just as a test, just to try out. And I did something for Brandon with the challenge coin, 3-dimensional challenge coin. And Rory saw it. He loved it. And he asked me about doing some of those for him for, I guess, giveaways for Home Gym Con. The only problem is my laser is very slow to do those. Those take like 4 to 8 hours. So I told him and everyone else who was interested, I can't do that because it's not financially feasible to run my machine for that long. Long story short, we were chatting and he basically said, look, you should consider doing Home Gym Con. So because of that, I started reaching out to Jake, and one thing led to another. And it was a bit of a challenge because I am a new startup, and taking on extra financial obligations and things like that was risky for me. But I thought, you know what, let's give this a shot. I haven't been to Home Gym Con yet, and I wanted to see what it was all about. And so I took my chance, and it was definitely very worth it. If you saw my video, you'll know. But I enjoyed it. It was a phenomenal event, and Jake does a fantastic job putting that thing together.
So you guys see right there, that's the website. I'm not sure why I typed it like that. So let's go ahead and fix that right now while I'm thinking about it. There's despite what you may see, there's no double HTTPS. So let's fix that. All right, it's fixed. Now let's try that again. Yeah, there we go. All right, so that's his website, and I've also got the website link in the description for the video for those of you who, in the course of this interview, you start, you say, hey, I wouldn't mind getting Marcus to make some stuff for me or whatever. That's how you're going to be able to do it. I encourage anybody to just go on there, or even go to his Instagram. That's at 9.22_designs on Instagram. Go check that out. You'll see several of his designs on there, and you'll kind of see like what he's capable of. What is the biggest benefit for you as a small brand? You talk about the challenges, but what was the biggest benefit for you as a small brand from attending Home Gym Con? Was it sales, or did you basically the biggest benefit, your ROI, was brand awareness? Because I remember you said that a lot of people didn't know that you were the same guy from Twisted Barbell.
Yeah, so what was your biggest benefit? Bit of both. Sales were decent, but I think the biggest takeaway was brand awareness because, as I mentioned in the video, some people started to get familiar with 922 Designs from the reels I put on Instagram, but they hadn't made the connection that I was also Twisted Barbell that they might have seen on YouTube or my other Instagram channel. And so it was surprising for some people. Like, some people would actually come to the booth and they'll look at the banner I had there, said 922 Designs, and they'll look at, what I had out and the laser, but they're looking at me strange, like, this guy looks familiar from somewhere. And I would point, I had a vanity plate that I made with my Twisted Barbell logo. I point to that and I say, is that what you're thinking about? And they go, oh yeah, so you're Twisted Barbell. And they would make the connection. And some people already knew, but that was the thing for me. The takeaway was brand awareness, catching all those people who were there at the event and meeting people, talking to them. And that to me was really the highlight of the show, meeting everyone, talking to them. But I ended up getting a steady stream of orders after Home Gym Con from people who were there who just had no idea what they wanted or needed to find logos and get back to me with artwork and that kind of thing. So it was definitely good. And making the connections with others, I really wanted more time to do like some business to business. So that was one of my recommendations to Jake. Let us, as vendors or exhibitors, have some time to ourselves so we can go chat with each other, you know, throw out ideas we could chew over, and see what potential collaborations we might be able to do and that kind of thing, because it seems like that's headed in the right direction and growing. And I would like to have that to do some networking basically. And without that time one-on-one, vendor to vendor, it's like I didn't get to really meet all the people I wanted to meet from different companies and chat with them. So
right. So I want to say that was one of the things that Naomi and I liked about year one, and that I liked about year two. What's up, JB? What's going on, man? Carp's already here. He said that was good. What's up, man? Shout out to everybody who's just jumping in here. You guys, as you're coming in, make sure that you don't forget to click the like button as you're coming in while you listen to the conversation with me and Marcus. Twisted Barbell and 922 Designs. But one of the things that we really liked from year one and year two was the dinner, because that's when you get to sit. So you have we're at the event, we see all the stuff, and then at the dinner, you get to just sit around and hang out, right? So now what we did is we invited Don from Addicts Club and his wife to go out, and also JB from Freedom Strength Equipment was there. So we went out, we grabbed a pizza from the little Louisville pizza place. So we still got, we had a chance to kind of interact with them. And I know there was a little after show thing. Honestly, I couldn't even make it to that because I had to go upstairs and my knee. So I injured my knee in boot camp back in 2000. And so being on the concrete floor for a long time it was throbbing, right? So we had to go back to the hotel room, and I had to bust out the massage gun, and I was like, man, I wish I brought my Hyper Ice because I was out of commission for a little bit. So we actually couldn't go to the little mixer, but that is where you get a lot of that. But we were well enough to after that to go out and have pizza with Don and JB and them, and that was really cool. So Jake said the dinner is back, but that is a thing that I think really makes a difference, because it's not just we're sitting down at the table eating together. It's also you're gonna get up, you're gonna go from one table to the next, and you'll talk, you'll mingle a little bit, and you go over here and you'll mingle a little bit. In the situation that we had this year, you had people I don't know if y'all call it this in the Army, bursting bomb, where everybody just scatters. It was like that, you know what I mean? And so everybody just kind of scattered. It's like when they do the Liberty call at formation, everybody just is gone. Yeah, that's what that's what we happened. And I think it's cool having a thing where we can all just kind of get together and, for lack of a better phrase, fellowship like that. So I do agree with that.
I'm looking forward to that. I mean, the drinks afterward was good, but it was a little chaotic. Plus, I had to try to squeeze in dinner before going to that, so I'm not eating too late, that kind of thing. So it was a little bit challenging. So kind of two birds with one stone would be awesome.
100%. Do you have any plans to take your experience as a content creator on YouTube to create content for the 922 Designs YouTube channel that you started, or will you just integrate the 922 Designs content into a playlist on the Twisted Barbell channel?
That's a good idea. I mean, I have toyed with that. I actually do have a 922 Designs YouTube channel. I just haven't made any content for it yet. And one of the things that puts me on the fence with that is, and one of the reasons I don't list anything for sale on Etsy at the moment anyway, is because a lot of people will steal ideas of what you're doing, your creativity. And so I'm a little reluctant to put stuff on YouTube that other, vendors who do similar work to me might start helping themselves to. And so I just don't know about that yet, but kind of a playlist sounds kind of interesting. And I may have mentioned this in my YouTube video that I put out for Twisted Barbell, that I'm okay with letting people know I'm Twisted Barbell and 922, but I'm trying to keep the business a little separate. And I don't want my Twisted Barbell channel to come off as I'm always pointing off, sales and stuff. Yeah, right, exactly.
Why did you decide on two different names? Is it because of the separation?
No, I had twisted barbell since like the pandemic, and that
Right.
was actually when I
Yeah, but why
started the
didn't you
YouTube
name
channel.
the company Twisted Barbell Designs or something like that?
Because it wasn't going to be gym centric alone,
Okay.
and also because um, I didn't really think that was going to kind of speak to what the business does. Not
Okay.
that 922 Designs itself does, but it
Yeah.
gives people a little bit better idea, I think. And by the way, some people have asked me, but 922 Designs is basically a play on my daughter's birthday.
Okay.
So
Okay. 100%. So your booth, I think your booth was like near the Anchor booth. And it was, and I want to say it was by, um, I want to say it was by the major fitness booth as well. Let me see here.
yep,
Uh,
there you go. That
yeah.
was a great,
So,
great photo.
oh yeah, yeah. But what was important is if you guys can see over my shoulder is that people had to pass your booth to get to the food area.
And the restrooms, yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah.
I'm bringing this up specifically because um as a smaller brand, it's easy to get lost because everybody sees, oh, there's Rogue, there's Rep, there's these big,
ATX.
yeah, there's ATX, there's all these giant booths. And so then you have to say, well, how do I get people to like not overlook me, right?
Right.
And so what I thought was cool is, for one thing, you have one of the only booths where you were sitting down, so people's eyes were forced to kind of as like you're walking and you see it, right? If you're far back, and so then your eye has to like kind of travel down, and you're like, well, what does he have, right? And you see it, but like I said, you have to pass you to get to the food. So rather than it being the anchor concept, you know how like you have like a big grocery store in a strip mall, and then you got like small stores that kind of just say, well, you came here
Right.
for Safeway, but you're well, I can talk about Safeway in a minute. That's from Maryland. Shout out to Maryland. But you know what I'm saying? It's like you haven't you're here for this grocery store, but you happen to see this dry cleaners while you're there, right? And I think that you got to take advantage of that a little bit, because although you weren't anchored by the companies that were around you, you were anchored by the food, because people had to get, like you said, they had to pass you to get to the food or to get to the bathroom.
Right.
When you were getting your booth, did you ask like kind of like Jake for a specific spot, or did you kind of just get what was available? You just kind of like, was it just good fortune, or how did that work out?
A little bit of all of those because, like I said, I didn't jump in on it early. It was kind of an afterthought, and there were only a few booths remaining. And I guess I started to really touch base with Jake probably maybe early May, something like that. Anyway, so he sent me the map, and I was looking at other vendors, and I was trying to think of what vendors would be popular and sort of bring foot traffic my way. I didn't know about the bathroom, but I think the food might have been mapped out on the map. So I saw that. I guess just really good fortune. And to be honest, like day one, I was thinking this may not have been the best location to choose
Yeah, because there were
because,
competitions going on and all
yeah,
that, like in that general area, like people won't really notice me, but
right. So, we're in a kind of an off corner, like you said. That people will get tunnel vision, like with blinders. You see big Rogue, display or ATX, and you're like a kid in a candy shop. Oh, let me go check that
yeah,
out, and you like totally miss
yep,
these vendors on the side as you make a beeline
yep,
for those vendors. So I guess I got lucky. People were going around the fact that it's like a full day and the second day. So day one, Friday, I was thinking about it like, there's not a lot of foot traffic. It's okay. But I was starting to worry because, the traffic wasn't that great. But then I realized Saturday is probably going to be the better foot traffic day because
yeah,
if
because
you're
people had to work.
local, right, exactly. If you're local and the event is still on a day that you're off, why take a day off for it when you can just come on Saturday? So
Exactly, exactly.
that's what I trusted in, and it actually worked out that way, and it was good.
Yeah, so Carp said it was cool that you were able to make items live at the show, and
Yeah.
you made an item for Carp at the show.
Yeah.
The signature, yep. And
Yeah.
I actually like the challenge coin thing is something that I would have loved to get from you. We'll talk about that a little bit later on in the show, but
Okay.
I think that that's something that sets you apart. And I also say too, like, because I think Mini Barbell was around there somewhere, but I don't remember where they were, right?
Mm.
And so you might say, oh well, all the little crafting type boots should be in the same place.
Yeah.
But I think literally, I think it worked out for you that you were where you were because you passed expedience, and then you see you. And there was like an open area because it was an open area because they had the weightlifting on that side. So they had to have a certain amount of space. So there weren't any booths really on the like across from you necessarily that would distract from you. So if I'm walking and I don't see anything over here, well, I look that way, bam, right? And so that kind of like I said, man, Marcus is a genius. This is people can't. I was like, this dude is smart. I was like, he's how long's he been in business? Because I thought it was just perfect positioning.
That was complete luck because like I did put a little thought into it when I was looking at the map and the other vendors around me, and I was thinking about who could I be next to, and part of that, honestly, part of that strategy was to think about who I may be able to sneak away from my booth to go visit for my own interests, a twisted barbell and a home gym enthusiast.
It wouldn't take you long to get back, and you could see people still. I got you. Okay.
That completely didn't work out at all. I didn't get to visit really anybody except for like the ATX booth. I wanted more time to do that, but when you have a booth, it is what it is. So, but yeah, it's just mostly luck, a little strategy in there, but mostly luck.
So, what would you consider? You already answered this about attending again and things you'd like to see done differently. But what would you consider to be your signature product? And is it the thing that you thought would be your signature product when you started the company? You're like, yeah, we're starting out, we're going to make these. And then it turns out that people actually really want this other thing. And you're like, oh, okay. It's
well, it's kind of twofold. I started out with the end caps, but before I actually did the custom end caps for the barbells, I already had the idea of doing the bench cover, and I actually started doing that first for myself. But for me, I don't want to put out something that's going to be garbage or not well thought out or not tested. Thankfully, I have my own gym, I have my own bench. I train 4 to 5 days a week, so I can be my own test bed for products. And I did my own bench cover back in October, and I started testing on some other materials, I think September, and I just didn't like the laser was literally burning through the material, and you pick it up, you can see light going through and everything in holes. So it was a tough process trying to find the right material that's going to be durable, that's going to last for our environment, that's also going to engrave well. So I was testing that since October. So I would say in my head, that was my signature product. And, in the meantime, I just started doing end caps because I like the design of them. I like the idea of making, custom caps and things like that. And they were a hit. People loved them. And I think the nice combination is a custom bench cover and custom end caps to kind of tie things together. And I've had a couple of commercial gyms who've, purchased several bench covers and end caps for a variety of different barbells they have in the gym. And I thought, how smart is that? Because there you go, coach. How smart is that?
Because we give Carp some watch time.
Yeah. Why advertise for these companies when you could advertise for your own gym brand? Like Blast Furnace Minnow is one of the commercial gyms that I've done some products from, and they have I don't know, maybe 5, 6 different barbells. They had Kabuki, they had Rogue, and a few others, but I put their logo on the end caps, and I think it was 3 or 4 bench covers, and they loved it, and it turned out fantastic. And now all their members go and they see their brand everywhere, basically, the barbells, the benches. So it's pretty cool. But I would say, to answer your question, I think the bench cover is my
that makes sense.
my product, and I think that was the idea I had for wanting to be the signature product.
You know, it's like, so the end caps are cool, but you don't really see them from far off like you do a bench cover. You can see the bench cover from way back, you know.
Exactly.
So I think that's a thing. Or do you make stuff like this?
I do, and
Okay.
I will be making
I thought
more
you
of that
did, but
too.
I wasn't sure. Okay. And that's like I say, like that's another thing because I really, you know, we sell banners, but I kind of feel like banners are they're not necessarily dead, but they're on life support because people are looking at, you know, like in terms of number one, a lot of people want their own gym logo. They don't necessarily want
Right.
yours, and then they want it to look nice. You know, they're like, hey, this is something that makes a statement, and so you know.
Absolutely, and that's
But
what
I
I'm all
wasn't
about.
sure. I thought that you made stuff like this. I just wasn't sure. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't made a lot of those because there hasn't been a demand, and honestly, I haven't pushed certain things like that yet because other things have been keeping me busy. But
Right.
I will be making more of that, and I plan to do, you know, the signs at the banner, the back of the racks, and a bunch
Yeah.
of other things.
Now, you make rack badges, right?
I do make rack badges,
Yeah.
magnetic rack badges, which is cool
Gotcha.
because, you know, people love decals, but once you put it on, it's there. And if you don't like where it's at, you know, you're kind of stuck with it or trying to peel it off. With the back rack badges, you know, having magnets, you can move it around, put it wherever you want. If you're making a YouTube video, for example, and you want it to be in the video with your brand, you can move it to wherever you're located,
Nice,
which
nice.
is kind of cool too. Yeah.
So Home Gym Harry said Marcus makes the best stuff. What's up, Harrison? And then he also said he made a whole series of animal themed end caps for me that look incredible. All right.
Yeah.
And then
Thank you,
we got Jim Gearfinder who said he's up way too early for Marcus. There you go. Hey, whatever it takes to get y'all on here, man.
Appreciate that.
I appreciate it. Whatever it takes, man.
Yeah. And Harry, thank you, man. Harry's the one who kind of, and this is what I like about working with, you know, a variety of different clients because they have ideas and I help bring those to life. And, you know, I like to collaborate with these individuals. Some individuals will go back and forth for
Right.
a long time. And, you know, I have to kind of push them along because my time is money, right? But some people give me ideas and say, this is what I like. And I'll have an idea. I'll do what I think it works well. I'll show them and they'll either love it or they'll say, okay, that's fantastic. But how about we do this little tweak?
Right.
And we end up getting it to where they want. So Harry is one of those that helped me, you know, push me to come up with some themes. And he had the idea with the animals. And I think they all came out fantastic too.
We got
I'm
a
willing
question.
to do anything that most people want. Sure.
Did you make Jim Crafters end caps?
I did.
Okay.
His bench cover and the end caps.
Okay. Now, did he order those from you before Home Gym Con?
No.
Or was it?
We chatted at Home Gym Con, and he said he's gonna, you know, reach out to me afterwards, and sure enough, he did, and you know, sent me his logo. I did the bench cover for him, and I did the end caps. The end caps were nice because I knew in my head I was like, I have the perfect, you know, tri-layer material, which is like a brushed stainless with that engraves to black on the top layer, and the third layer below engraves to green. So it was perfect for his brand.
So that kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier, where I was asking you about sales, because you had sales at the event, and then you had sales because of the event.
Right.
So, are you still seeing a spike? I mean, not a spike, but at least an uptick in sales because of going to Home Gym Con?
I did, and that spike is on the way down now. But you know, I think it's just a matter of, you know, people. So what I do is a lot of customization, and not everybody has a brand logo like you have Garage Gym Life, like I have Twisted Barbell, Carp has his. So a lot of people are interested, but they're trying to decide what they want to do. They're also looking at making themselves a logo, you know, having someone do a logo for them, and then they'll get back to me. And so, you know, that happens, and that's cool. And you know, if I have good artwork, it's a straightforward, you know, thing to get things done. It just might be a little testing on my part to get. For me, I'm very detail oriented. I'm a stickler for the details, almost to my detriment because I'll spend more time on it than I should sometimes. But when I see something, if I see a logo that somebody sends me, I'm gonna try my damnedest to make sure I can reproduce that as authentically as their logo is, because it's important to them. They came up like my logo. I spent time making that. and I wouldn't want somebody to butcher it and make it else
Right.
something else.
100%, yeah.
If it's very complicated and I have a thought that I may not be able to reproduce it properly, I'll let them know, and then we'll talk about what we could do.
So Barjim Reviews said, morning. He said, started seeing Marcus stuff on Instagram, and it looks very impressive.
Thank you.
And then we got a few from JBTV. So I'm going to just start at the top and work my way down. So he said magnetic rack badges and barbell end caps are the next things to get. The bench head cover he did was awesome. Home Gym Harry said he also made a 5/8 society rack badge for me because 5/8 holes are better. I don't know if I agree with all that. I'll say that I had some 1-inch pole attachments. So my first rack was older, so it came out before they had all these like 5/8 holes, right?
Right.
And so all my attachments were 1 inch. So had I started with a 5/8 rack, to be honest with you, if I started with a 5/8 rack, I probably would have never moved to a different, right? But I didn't. I started with 1 inch. So when I got a 5/8 rack, I was like, well, what am I going to do with all these 1-inch attachments? I really can't get rid of them. And it was just like, so it was like annoying. So that's how we ended up with the Frankenstein. But, I see it.
They have adapters for 5/8 to 1 inch, but can't do it backwards, unfortunately.
Yeah. So
but for those of you in the 1-inch club, and we're not going to talk about carpenters 3/4 ATX stuff yet.
I didn't even bring it up. I didn't bring it up. Yeah.
For those 1-inch people, I am in my head. I have some ideas for a similar offering.
Okay.
For your own brotherhood, so to speak.
Let's see. JB said Marcus did 3 or 4 designs to flesh out my logo, so it will come out looking perfect. That behind the scenes work separates his quality from the rest. So
thank you, Jay.
I think that's one of the things I think comes out of the fact that you were a home gym owner before you started doing this.
Exactly.
So a lot of the products that you're making right now are related to the home gym community, and eventually, it's going to spread out. So then you'll have people who'll be asking you to make like stuff like this, just that's not necessarily gym related, but it's just stuff. You know what I mean? Or even like the plaque that's over your shoulder, your left shoulder.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so I would say that that's the ultimate goal, because you're going to get more of that work than you're necessarily going to get gym related stuff. You know what I mean? Just in terms of percentage of the population.
Yep. Like Carter, Paul Carter, he actually ordered some stuff from me after Home Gym Con, and he was talking to me about ideas of a custom gift for his brother, and I showed him a few things, and one of the things that I suggested was like a whiskey decanter and whiskey glasses custom etched, and he loved that idea, so he might come to me for that. But I did one for the Philadelphia Eagles, who are my local team, and because they won the Super Bowl, I made one of those. Hold
on a second.
Yeah.
We didn't have to. Do we have to bring up that y'all won the Super Bowl? Do we have to bring that up? All right. You would have just said, so I did a logo.
Here's the thing. Let me first clarify. I'm New York City born and raised. So, my teams are from New York. I'm a Pennsylvania transport, so to speak. So I haven't fully adopted the Philly type teams yet.
Okay.
It feels a little traitorish.
Have you made anything for New York?
I started to make when the Yankees and Dodgers were in the World Series. I started to make a tumbler for that, but they ended up losing too soon, and I was like, all right, I'm disappointed. Just like I used to go to the Garden to watch the Knicks play and leave there with no voice, yelling for my team and getting disappointed time and time again. So I gave up on them a long time ago. But anyway, the reason I brought that up is because I made this as a gift for an auction for a charity. For potential, having just won the Super Bowl, I'm sure there were going to be lots of fans that were attending this, this gala,
including bandwagon fans. Yeah,
right. And so it was a big hit and made a decent amount of money. And I told Paul, I was like, I think this would be a nice gift. People seem to really like this stuff. So, like you said, people come in looking at certain things, and then they may end up, looking at other things on the website. I do have to revamp the website. I'm not satisfied with it at all, but I need to get around to that.
So Bar Gym Reviews, that's exactly what I'm saying, man. He saw my sign right there.
Of course I saw it.
He saw that right there too. He's like, yeah. 55.
But you know what?
How about 55 points? Like, I know that deal, but go ahead. I said it first. Go ahead. Whatever, man.
But you know what? I'm not even going to get into politics, but this whole thing with the renaming, I think it's crazy. Like, I love the whole Redskins name when they were there, but I do get, the thing about changing the name. Now trying to force them to change the name back is kind of crazy, but they're a cool team. I made some challenge coins for Brandon's sons, who are Washington fans, that had the Washington logo in the back.
Brandon is a Washington fan. I told you.
That's right.
We're out there. Paul Carter as well. Let's see here. So Eric said I can still adapt my 5/8 to my ATX. JB wants you to make a 3/4 society badge for Carp. My brother has arrived. Says yo. What's up, man? Jared said I've got one thing for Marcus now. A very high chance I'll hit him up for future needs because he's got some ideas for his Synergy dumbbell rack.
Yep, we talked about that.
Let's see here. I don't know if he's talking about us, my brother talking about us not being a cool team. Look, man, just because y'all ain't, only way y'all get into the Super Bowl is if you buy tickets. That's all I'm saying about that. And I like the Steelers. All right. I don't like the fact that our black uniforms look just like the Steelers. I don't like that. But I digress. Anyway, and as far as the name goes,
they're a historic team, man. They got
100%. Immaculate reception. As far as the name, the Commanders goes, I don't like the name. I think it's a dumb name. I would have preferred if they changed it to something else, just because that still has Dan Snyder all over it, our former owner. To me, I'm like, look, change the name to something that we actually like, and we won't complain anymore. That's all I'm saying.
It feels like it was rushed. It was forced on them,
it looks
so they rushed it, and they came out with a dumb idea. Like, all right,
thank you. It looks like they flipped a coin, or they like. It sounds like a marketing firm said, well, hey, what's a name that won't offend anybody? It doesn't really mean anything. Let's use that one. Bam. It's just stupid.
Give it enough time, it'll offend somebody somewhere down the line.
Exactly. Confirming a prior point, I'm too busy working on my site's database to sweat the logo and branding yet, but when it happens, I'll go 922. So there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
And let's see here. I'm not talking about football anymore, Brian. He said, yeah, you'll complain. I'm done talking about football. All right. I think as far as we kind of like danced around it a little bit, but I mentioned that you were a home gym owner before you started your business. How did you, and you're also in the community, not as just a home gym owner, but also as a content creator, how did you identify the hole in the market where you're able to say, hey, look, I think if I start doing this thing, people will respond to it. And so you created 922 Designs, because it's not just enough to say, oh, well, I know how to do this thing. How did you say this is something that I can do, that people will want, and my business will be able to thrive and succeed because people will be interested in it? You know what I mean?
Right.
So talk about how you, let's take other entrepreneurs or people who have startup ideas, just kind of like walk us through that process.
It's much like Rory's situation. It's much like Darko's situation. I interviewed him on my YouTube channel several years back when he first started it. It all stems from a need, that we see for ourselves. And for years, I'm draping a towel over my bench pad because I'm getting tired of seeing, that slick, sweaty oil stain from my sweaty head. And then I noticed after a while, no matter how much you clean, no matter what products you use, it still has that shine to it. And that was just kind of annoying for me. And I also don't want to put my head on a sweaty bench, whether it's a commercial gym or my own. And so I would always put a towel there. And for a while, I thought, this towel is kind of stupid, but I wish there was something out there, a product that can basically do this, that can be a substitute, a sacrificial layer to protect your actual bench pad and be easy to clean and, those kinds of things. And then when I started toying with the idea of laser engraving, that idea came. It would be really cool if I can make something that serves that purpose, but also give some customization. And so that's when I started testing that. But I've been doing the towel thing for years. If you look at my old videos, you'll see like a brown towel on my bench pad. And I just got tired of doing that and wanted something that could serve that purpose. So I had the idea for many years, actually. And then before I could actually test it and do my thing, I noticed that Brandon actually had a bench cover he got from, I don't know if it was Stray Dog or something. He had like a dedicated bench, and he did a video where he was stapling the cover, and I was like, damn it, somebody beat me to it, with the idea. But it turns out the cover was there, and I don't know if it was like embroidered with threads, but he also had to put like a clear plastic cover over that custom logo cover he had. So that wasn't really the idea I wanted. I wanted something that, could be the logo, the art on the same, product, the same bench cover that's easy to wipe down and clean. So I just, I guess it was just out of necessity. I wanted to do something like that.
So let's go ahead and throw this. I've got this up here so people can see some of your designs, just so people see it. Like, these are some really, really nice looking designs that you've got here, man. Like that right there, that just looks, I just follow it. That looks clean. That's Kodo V grips, right? I mean,
That's David. Yep.
That's my favorite right there. All right.
He was next to me in the booth, and we talked about it. And yeah, that's a very cool, clean logo. And he was like, I like all these colors, but I want something a little more subtle. And a lot of people sleep on, the charcoal gray. People sleep on like the black. Black on black is awesome. Like I did the black on black for Tim of Gym Crafters. And, people think black on black, you're not going to see it. No, you will, because the material is like one texture that catches light. And when you engrave it, it absorbs the light. So you can see the distinction between the two of them.
All right. So what surprised you the most since you started 922 Designs? And it could be anything. It could be it could be products. It could be business unexpected expenses. It could be unexpected wins. It could be anything. What's surprising?
Yeah, all of that. Unexpected expenses for sure. Like I definitely didn't think about Home Gym Con. To tell you the truth, I started 922 again out of necessity. Because I had been laid off from my job in clinical research last July. And it was a shock to me because it was the first time in my life since the age of 9, literally, that I was unemployed. I started working as a young boy at 9 years old and earning my own money, earning my own paycheck, buying myself clothing and things like that I wanted. And so all my life, I have this really strong work ethic, and all my life, people are telling me, man, I wish I could clone you. And so to get to a point in my mid to late 50s to be laid off by a job that I was with for over 17 years, it was definitely a shock. And so it was me and 4 other managers that were laid off last year. I got a severance. I had savings, but that only goes so far. And then the job search was horrible because I found out that ageism seems to be a real thing where people just aren't interested in someone they want my experience, but they don't want my experience. I'm too long in the tooth, and they probably think, this person will retire in a few years, so why bother? And plus, the pay scale demands for someone with my experience is up there compared to someone who doesn't have my experience. So long story short, I needed to do something, and I after that exhaustive job search and not really getting any traction, I said, I'm just going to have to depend on myself. I had these ideas. There are some things in the home gym that I think are missing that we could use. I still have plenty of ideas, and I'll talk about a little bit, but let me just go for this and start this and see where it goes and put my all into it. And that's basically, how I ended up doing 922 Designs.
So let me. My brother asked me to. I pulled it back up because my brother said he wanted to see that, and he said, he said, hey, I like that. And he says, so I'm assuming 922 is September 22nd.
Yep, yes it
All
is.
right.
That's my
Yeah.
daughter's birthday.
That's a special day for him as well. Um, so
Very cool.
let's see here, and let me go ahead and stop. But and I made sure I pulled that up, because that was the thing that you did for. There we go. This is the thing, because since we mentioned the Gym Crafter.
Yep.
I think the Gym Crafter. I think this is it right here, and how you did that. But
it's
I'm telling you,
fantastic logo.
and this right here, the Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm a Wolverine fan, so
yeah,
that right there, I was like, yeah.
Wolverine's like one of my tattoos that I did when I was like 25 years old.
Like, man, that's just I love that buckle right there on the belt. So that's just examples of stuff that that you're able to do. Trevor, so you were in the Army, but Trevor wants to know what MOS you were.
I was the 76 Yankee, which is the unit armor and weapons armor and unit supply. So basically, I could switch roles. For me, most of the time I was a weapons armor, which meant I was responsible for all of the units, small arms, and not only maintaining inventory, maintenance. If there were weapon repairs that were needed, I had to do that. If it was above me or I needed parts, I would transport them to another base that did higher level work. But also, I was always assigned to combat units. So when I was in Germany, this was back in the late 80s when there was still East Germany, West Germany.
Yeah.
I was in a cavalry unit, and we were responsible for doing border patrol between East Germany, West Germany, and Czechoslovakia. So we would go out on border patrols, which meant we had to go to a border camp, which was a temporary barracks, and we were there for like 2 to 3 months at a time, and we would roll out patrols from those camps. And so I was the one in charge of maintaining the unit's armory for weapons and issuing weapons to everyone who was going out on patrols, and sometimes I'd go on patrols with them too. But yeah, that's what I did. The other aspect of that was unit supply, so I would order everything from TP to tank parts and Jeeps and those kind of things,
Yeah. All right. So Bargin Reviews said thank you for your
Thank
service.
Appreciate
and Ashley said necessity is the mother of invention. That is 100%.
Indeed, Ashley.
And so it looks like you might got a sale. So my brother said, I'll send it to you. He wants to know, wants you to send him your link, and I'll do that after the show's over. I'll send it.
Appreciate that.
Let's see here. I would have, yes, he knows what headspace and timing is. What a headspace and timing age is. Yes. Throw that up there. That's all right. That's a question that only like military people. Yeah. All right. So everyone has people who have helped them along the way, and I showed the video that Carp did for you about your brand. Are there any other content creators or anyone really who have been helpful in getting your business off the ground?
Oh, for sure. Several, but I would say mainly.
Well, Brandon. Rory, obviously, because Rory taught you to go to Home Gym Con.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah. My man, Brandon, he's got a huge following. So anytime I made things for him, actually, he started the business in the home gym space while I was making or testing my bench cover, because we talked about it like making the hat. So I made him, the hat patches for, I think he ordered maybe close to 50 hats from me late last year. So we did 2 runs. I think one was in October and one was closer to Thanksgiving. So that got a lot of attention from the home gym base, even before releasing barbell end caps and the bench cover. So that was a huge help for me. Rory, of course, wanting to have some sort of giveaway for people, like the challenge coins, but we settled on rack badges. So I had this toolbox here where this laser sits. The entire side was covered with rack badges. I made him like 15 to 20 for giveaways there, and that was pretty cool. So yeah, for sure. And everyone else who has appreciated my work and my attention to detail and went and posted something on Instagram and tagged me back. That helps a lot because no matter how big or small, these people are as either content creators or just home gym owners, getting one more eye on my work is helpful. So I appreciate everyone who's done that for sure.
Let's talk about I'm gonna flip flop one of these questions here.
Oh,
because you mentioned
that
you're no.
I don't want to forget my man Coach Scarp because
yeah.
One of the first ones that I sent a bench cover to test, and he went and made a video on that pretty quick, and had his viewers see all that. He didn't staple his Velcro to the bench like I suggested, but that was my bad because I didn't push that. Right? He's not the only one. Some people, I used to send the bench covers with Velcro that had adhesive on it, but only to help set the Velcro up in place while you stapled it. And some people thought that would actually hold it for long term, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
So
he
showed a hack to fix my bench cover. But
I saw that you actually in the comments you mentioned it like actually so I saw that exchange.
But I appreciate that because I mean everything helps. Any him making the video on this was very cool. I appreciate the generosity, Coach.
100%. All right, so that's enough watch time for Carp today. So you mentioned that you're expanding into other areas because you're getting some more equipment that might allow you to do some business subcontracting, right? So let's talk about that and how's that coming.
Yeah, for sure. So today actually marks the start of a new chapter for me because shortly after this call ends, I'm expecting a freight truck with my next laser machine. And this is going to be a laser CNC cutter and welder. So now I'm going to start getting into hard products like J-cups and spotter arms and whatever. There's a bunch of ideas that I have. I have a whole list of things that I want to do, including those rack badges. Well, I won't say a rack badge, but the nameplates at the back of badges. And I know my man Nate from Executive Fit does some fantastic work. I do love his work. He's actually in Pennsylvania next to me, and I'm actually going to be visiting him at his shop in a couple of weeks and do a video on the Twisted Barbell to showcase his work because he does phenomenal work. But I bring him up because I know he does those nameplates for the back of the racks. My take is not going to be in wood like he does, although I do woodworking also, and that's something I need to get back to. But I'm going to be doing that out of metal, different gauges of metal. So I'm looking forward to that next chapter. I'll be doing hard goods for all of the gym products that we need and love. Dumbbell carts, those kind of things. Some of these ideas I've had before people have made them, but I'm late to the market. So some of them might be thought of as copycats, but I've had ideas and I'm going to try to put my own spin on things. But there's never enough competition, let's put it that way. And that's one of the things I talked about in my video, that the competition and all the ideas and innovation coming out from the home gym community has been phenomenal. And this year in the last year or two, I've seen quite a lot of that. And it's pretty cool because everyone has ideas. And some people are actually, going and making the effort to put it to market, create something.
Because you have an idea, but then you have to invest time and money to actually do it. So,
and money. You say money. That next machine that comes today is going to be a doozy in terms of money. So I need to make it work. But that's one of the things. Sometimes I do things like that. Like I'll make the investment, and it's not just that. I'm getting other equipment to go along with that. That's the investment. But that's a way to push me to putting 200% into myself and banking on myself because there's no turning back at this point, So for me, I gotta, move forward, forge ahead, and make the best of what I've decided on. But that's investing in me and trusting myself in this process to come up with something and to be a success in what I do.
All right. So as promised, I literally just texted your link to my brother. While you were talking, I texted the link so I wouldn't forget. And then when you're talking about like ideas and stuff, I've had. So let me just back up a little bit. I wanted to do giveaways at Home Gym Con, and I didn't know you did patches until after I had already placed my patch order, right? But next year, I'm happy to turn that business over to you so that we can do patch, because I like to give patches out to people. My brother said he got the text. So, so I like to give giveaways to people who watch the show when I see them in person, because it means something to me. Yeah. Nice.
So this is the new Home Gym Con logo.
Yeah.
And I'm a bit pissed at both Jake and myself, because having kind of started with barbell end caps, why the hell didn't I think of an end cap for my own logo? That logo is dope.
I mean, it ain't like it's too late. You can still do it.
I guess I can. It would be a copy.
I mean, you're still buying barbells. You still,
oh, for sure.
Yeah. The other thing, so like, is like that. I also have an idea, which I'm not going to bring up here on during the show. I'll talk to you about it later. Okay. Because it's all like giveaways. I like to give out unique gifts, right? We actually were looking at challenge coins too, but it just the timing wouldn't have worked. For getting people the getting them to people and the cost. So it's still something that's down the road though.
Yeah, for sure.
So let me see here. Let's see here. JB said that Carp got you on. No, Carp got him on the 922, and his install sent him down the wrong install path too. Eric said engraving logos in spotter or J-cup liners, and he said that's fire. Trevor says if you bet on yourself, you can only use if you lose if you give up, and that's 100%
absolutely
correct. So we got like 4 minutes before we bring up my guy Daniel, my next guest. So before you go, let everybody know how to place an order with 922 Designs. And also, if you've got something coming up on your YouTube channel you want to plug, let them know that, and also how they can watch and subscribe to Twisted Barbell.
Sure. So Twisted Barbell, I've definitely fallen off on content, but I do intend to get back to that. And I will honestly say that I was kind of in a low of my life after having gotten laid off last summer, and that kind of slowed me down and put me in a bad place, so to speak. But I do intend on getting back to the content. I have a list of different things that I need to make videos on and that I'm interested in making videos on. So keep your eye on the channel. For 922 Designs, you can reach me on Instagram. You can DM me if you have ideas or orders, even ideas with, the metal fabrication stuff that I'm going to be doing. I definitely want to collaborate with people. I'm looking to Dean, Darko, and some others. Hopefully I can help them by making certain things for them as part of their process, since like me, they're also one-man bands doing their own thing. But if someone who's watching this has ideas, I'm willing to collaborate and work on some stuff. But you can DM me on Instagram. You can reach me on my website at www.922designs.com. So the name 9.22 is the date, and that's the official name of the LLC, but the website doesn't have the dot because of the naming convention, so it's just 922designs.com. On Instagram, it's 9.22_designs. You can DM me there with ideas or orders. I can take orders through Instagram, or you can do it through the website. And also my email is marcus@922designs.com. So we can do any number of those things for communication or orders.
Awesome. Well, man, I appreciate you being on here. If you guys are watching on LinkedIn and you need the information to get in touch with Marcus, go ahead and contact me on my show page, Up Way Too Early with Garage Gym Life, and I will provide his business information. We're also going to be putting some video, clips from this, as well as maybe some clips from his I'm going to talk him into sending me some video clips of his work that I can post on on our show page on LinkedIn. Awesome. So that you guys will be able to see examples of what he does. So if you are a home gym owner, or even if you have a commercial space and you'd like to get some signage or something like that set up for Marcus, I'm happy to connect you guys with him. Marcus, man, thank you for carving out some time for me. I know you got a truck to go unload some freight, so I'll let you go.
Not yet, but it'll be as soon. I appreciate you having me on. Yeah, course, and I appreciate everyone who tuned in, whether or not it was for me. I appreciate you being here, and
It was all for you.
Chiming in.
I just happened to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look forward to doing more with you too, John.
Heck yeah, man. Hey, look, all it's gonna take is for me to end this show and make a phone call to you. So
that's right.
And, I'll hit you up.
All right.
Take it easy,
Peace
my man.
Out.
All right, later. All right, that was my guy Marcus from 922 Designs. He's got an outstanding business model. Really, really creative guy. I think you will not be disappointed in the craftsmanship. I've gotten stuff from him. I'm actually waiting for. I placed an order with him for something that's on the way right now. And so I don't tell you guys to go get something if I don't really believe in it. And I 100% believe in Marcus and his product. So do yourself a favor and go do that. All right, now, shout out to the Mountain Time Zone. If you're watching on YouTube, please consider liking this video. If you've been watching this entire time, you already know that this is a show that you like, because otherwise, why would you watch this entire time? There's a 1,049 of you watching. I need every one of you to hit that like button and subscribe. And do me a favor, if you would like to support the show financially, we do take super chats. And you can also just click the join button if you have already subscribed, so you can support the channel every month. This is 99 cents a month. It supports the channel, helps us do things like improve our microphone. I need to get a new microphone. Just little things that we need to do so that we can continue to provide you with a professional setup and professional content. And of course, I need you guys to also follow Up Way Too Early with Garage Gym Life on LinkedIn, because that is going to help that page grow and increase our reach, make it easier for me to get the guests that you want to hear more about onto the show. One of those guests is my guy, Daniel Forster. Daniel is a content creator from Brazil. I know I love saying Brazil like that. Brazil, right? He is an exclusive distributor in Brazil for brands like Inspire Fitness, and they were at Home Gym Con. Daniel's YouTube channel, Forster Fitness and Reviews, is, I believe, the largest home gym content channel in Brazil. And I'm looking forward to learning about the home gym community in Brazil. And I want to find out what Daniel thought about his first trip to Home Gym Con. He's got a video that he did talking about 10 brands that he thought should not be overlooked. But I want to hear from him what his reactions were to Home Gym Con, his first time ever coming. So, Daniel, thank you for getting up way too early, my man.
Hey, good morning.
There you go. The crowd goes wild for Daniel. Hey! Hi, what's up, man?
Hi, John. Nice to talk to you.
Nice to talk to you, man. So, what time is it there?
Over here, 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock in the morning?
9 a.m. Yes. Not so early over here. Yeah, not so bad. Not so bad.
Okay. So,
but it's cold. Not so bad, but it's cold for Brazil.
That's cold.
Okay. It's cold.
What's the temperature there?
No, at 10, I don't know, 12 degrees, something like that. It's not so cold, but for Brazil, it's so cold.
Okay. 12 degrees Celsius. I guess that's like, I want to say that's like 60 something. Let's see, what's 12 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit? 53.6. Man, look at that. That's good. Look at that.
Nice.
All right. Everybody in the UK makes fun of me because they think I can't make the conversions. I'm like, you don't know me. I can do it. All right. So let's talk about we don't know. I'm gonna tell you now. Everybody watching this show is a home gym owner or wants to have a home gym, but what they aren't are people who know about Brazil. We know Pele, we know Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and that's pretty much where it stopped. And we know we know the Rio de Janeiro, the statue,
the city,
and the beach. That's it. Okay, that's all we know. All right. So in my head, I was like, well, they have to have home gyms because everywhere in the world, you have some people who are not able to work out in a gym because maybe there's not a gym near them, or for other reasons, they start working out at home. And so that's a home gym, right? So let's talk about the home gym community in Brazil, first of all. how did you become a home gym owner? Now you're not in a home gym right now because I can see behind you there's other people there. Okay.
Yes,
but
it was over here. Yeah, over here it's just like my home gym because over here it's our base that we do our contents. So over here I have a coach, one of my personal trainers that studied the equipment with us. So over here I have a setup at my house, but I live at 300 meters from here. So I have a setup over there that I use a lot. And I have over here just like my home gym because over here it's not a open place. It's a closed place. We do our contents, we do our training, our studies over here, but it's not a store, but it's my storage. I can.
Oh, so this is your store. This is your business.
No, it's not my open store. It's the place that I have some warehouse over here, but we do the contents over here. I have a showroom store over 400 meters from here, and I live 300 meters from here. So I have this other address,
right?
So I can use. But I have at home my home gym as well.
This is your warehouse.
Yes.
Wow, that's the nicest warehouse I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that's one of our coaches.
Hey,
we have 500 square meters over here.
That's a pretty nice warehouse, man.
Yes.
So Eric said I should not forget about Neymar. Okay.
Yes.
Can't forget about Neymar.
It's a new Pelé. It's our new Pelé.
Is he okay? That's high praise now, Pelé.
Yes, okay.
Hold on now.
As a name.
Let's not get carried away.
Yes.
But let's see. So, hey, there we go. We have somebody else from the UK. Matt from the UK says, "Good morning, USA. What's up, man? All right, you missed it. I just did a conversion, Celsius to Fahrenheit. You don't believe in me, but whatever. How did you become a home gym owner, Daniel?"
Well, over here in Brazil, we have a youth culture of home gym. Before pandemic times, I didn't believe in home gym in Brazil because Brazil is a very social country. Everybody wants to go to the gym. We have lots of beaches. We have the natural resources. We have the sea. We have a lot of resources, natural one, that you don't have in US, in some place, in some states, because of the weather. And we have our weather here. During the pandemic times, I discovered I have 18 years in fitness market, but we did not have this culture of home gyms in Brazil. During the pandemic times, this exploded. So I took the first tools to my apartment. Then I moved to a bigger apartment. So I start to have my home gym, and my smart bike and my dumbbells, adjustable dumbbells, and I start this culture. Then, and I had this channel before pandemic times. I started this in 18 and 19, but I stopped it because I didn't buy my content. I was too hard. It was too robotic. So during the pandemic times, we restarted again with the videos, and everybody was looking for information in Brazil. Information. Then we got traction. Then we restarted again, and we are on this almost 5 years in this digital content project that I started in YouTube. In the first video was in October of 2020, and from there we are here, and we are I think the first channel over here in Brazil. I don't see any other one. It's in Brazil. It's very expensive to have everything that we have over here to do this. Yeah. But it's very pleasant to help the community over here to expand this. And now I'm here to connect to you guys in the US. That's where almost everything is born there.
Okay, so I know. So some of the things you told me when when I met you, and right before I introduced you to Dawn from Addicts, Naomi and I were, my wife Naomi, and I were laughing because it was late at night when it was getting late. We had just come back from dinner, and we introduced Dawn to you from Addicts, and then we went upstairs, right? And actually, we walked his wife to the hotel room, and then we went to our room to go to to get some rest for the next day. And the next day we didn't see Don right away, right? And so we said, you know what? Where's Don? The last time we saw him we introduced him to Daniel from Brazil. There's no telling where they are right now, right? So,
suspicious.
Yeah, I was like, last time I saw him, he was talking to the guy from Brazil. I don't know what happened after that. Okay. But yeah, so we ended up seeing Don. He's not lost. We did find him. But one thing that you told me that was really, really fascinating to me is, although Brazil is very, very social, you guys are more, when it comes to like working out at home, you're more likely to do cardio. Because I remember you told me that running and cycling are popular, but a lot of the streets are not safe to go jogging or to ride your bike in. And so talk about that a little bit, like the things that cause people to want a home gym, like because like here in the States, for example, you have cycling clubs. So like my wife used to belong to a club where people will go cycling in a big group, right?
Yes.
Do you guys have that?
Yes, a lot.
Okay,
lot.
okay. But you
lot.
said that people still like to get their cardio equipment and have it in the house because they can't jog in the street. I guess they can't go jogging by themselves, and they can't.
No, we have this. It's not every place is unsafe, but in Brazil, I think we have a different culture. Over there in the US, you have the weightlifting, the strength. Over here in Brazil, we love a lot of the cardios. So we have in Brazil treadmills and the bikes, and over here everything is very expensive. So a bike is not so expensive, but in Brazil we have so many taxes. You are going to pay at least double of the price that you pay over there in US, at least double. So you imagine your equipment double of the price. So we have a different culture. We have these natural resources. You can run in the streets, you can run the beach, you can, and you have this a lot of triathlon running accessories that do this job in Brazil. So I think it's a different culture. You have the army culture in Brazil, in US, the military culture in Brazil that I think has a very good influence in the home gym community as well.
Okay.
So we have some different subjects over here that turns in some different equipments. We don't have a lot of the racks that you have in USA. All the companies, I was at Home Gym Con this time, lots of racks. So in Brazil, we don't have the only brand that is here is Inspire Fitness. All their brands. Rap Fitness try to come here to Brazil market, but we don't have the same culture, the same strength, home gym access, and these racks is expensive over here. It's a premium Rex, as I can say.
So yeah, because don't you have something like what they have in Mexico where you have the beaches where people can work out on the beach?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I've seen some of the things that, because I remember I was a big fan of Universal Nutrition, and they did the world tour, and so they went to Brazil, and they were going to some of the gyms, and the gym was on the beach. And so I remember seeing like this video a long time ago of that. So I remember that. So I know because I talked to the guys from ATX. They said that a lot of people, as you said earlier in this conversation, that people watch the content creators from America to find out about equipment and things like that. So we just had one jump on here, another content creator. Hey, Kinsey, how you doing? It's good morning. So you told me you were familiar with Colin Jenkins, who's product content manager for Stepper, but you said you were familiar with him from when he was doing Connect the Watts, his YouTube channel Connect the Watts, where he does fitness tech. For those who don't know, Colin does fitness tech for the home gym community, right? Who are some of the other content creators who you watched on YouTube that make home gym content?
Yeah, Garage Gym Reviews was the first. That was the channel that I got inspired. Yeah? Okay. When I saw the way he was doing a little bit with some funny stuff, it was not so serious. Can I say that? I got inspired from his channel. But I see a lot of Gluck's Gym. I like the content. Okay. I like the technical content. He's an engineer, so he explores the equipments. I like Basement. Basement. What's the name of the guy?
Basement Brandon.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I saw a couple of videos from him. And then during the Home Gym Com, and after Home Gym Com, I'm watching a lot of the other channels. And you have over there a lot of dozens of them. And in
Yeah.
Brazil,
Like
we
all
have
Friday was pretty much content creators. It's content creators and people from brands. So all day Friday is people who make content. Yeah.
but I saw only after I only discovered this after the show at
Mm-hmm.
over here in Brazil, watching all these other contents, and in this case, I see some details that I didn't see over there. For me, it was the first experience. I have been to Alfibos, IRSA, HFA, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Miami, 2022, and I used to come to the other one before pandemic times. I'm familiarized with these big events, but
Right.
the home gym is a smaller one, but it's incredible. I like it very well, the energy, the vibe, the community. I saw everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
Was my first show was a little bit shy, but
Yeah.
I am planning to be there the next 2 year, and I'm planning to get with my video maker so we can really explore
Oh, okay, good.
the event. Yes.
So what's funny is, so I had seen, I don't even know how I saw you the first time, but I saw your channel, and so I recognized you when I saw you, that's why I walked up. I said, "Hey, how you doing, man?" You know, because I knew you were from Brazil, and so I was like, and I just saw you sitting by yourself. I was like, I didn't even know if you knew anybody, and I said, "Well," so I'm originally from West Africa, and I remember how it was for
No.
me. I mean, I know this is not your first time in the States, but I still remember what it's like to go places and like you don't really know anybody. And I said, let me just walk over and say hi, And
No, thank you.
so I'm
Thank you
glad.
for that.
Oh no, of course, man. That's why I wanted to make sure I said hi. So we have a Michael Brantley. He's a stairmaster. He loves stairmaster. He's in California, and he said,
It's a
and
new
that's what
one.
he said.
Yes.
He
Yes.
check out the stairmaster 4G in the background. Yeah. Hey, Mike. Glad you
Yes.
showed up.
I have a 4G and a 8G over here.
Hold on a second. Let's do this. Let me give you the big screen. There you go. So you
Yeah,
have the 4G and the
4G,
8G.
8G over here.
Nice, nice. And Marcus from Twisted Barber. So we have it good here in the United States compared to other areas. That's true because we don't really think about it. So here, one of the things about us is you have a lot of people who have long drives to get to work. It takes a long time to get to work. There's either it's a lot of traffic or it's just far. So by the time you get home, you don't want to go, you haven't seen your family all day. And so you're like, I don't want to go to the gym. And then now I'm away from home for another 2 hours or another hour, right? And so that's one thing that causes people, especially if they're young kids, they say, I'll just work out at home. So that's one thing. The other thing is you have people who work at home. And so maybe they can only, so like my wife, for example, she works from home. She works out here at the house because she can work out either right before work or right after work. And then if she's going out, she's taking our daughter somewhere and they're going to go out and just going to go have fun, but her workout's already done, as opposed to, okay, I'm going to go to the gym, then I'll come back home, then I'll take our daughter to go somewhere, So that's just some
Waste
of the things
of time.
yeah, it's just like it's like mostly a time saving thing for us.
Yes.
Not so much because we also miss the social part, and we get the social part from things like this, from this show or from Facebook, the Discord, things like that. And that's how come when we get to Home Gym Con, we really like it because we get to see each other, but it's also why we know each other because of shows like this. So I hope next year Home Gym Con, everybody knows you and they all come and they all say hi, Daniel, to you. Because you'll be famous by that time.
Thank you. But I have a phrase over here that I use is in Portuguese. Academia boa é academia perto, né?
Okay.
Would be good gym is a nearby gym. Have your own home gym.
Nice.
It's my
right.
effect phrase over here.
Nice.
That I started the channel with this, and I discovered and that's it. If you have at home, you don't have to do all the workout, but you don't waste a workout, you don't waste time, and you keep going, you keep getting results. And for me, it was a changing point because every problem is about the time. But when I started, with my own, when with my bikes in the beginning. It was a great experience. 5 o'clock in the morning, start the ride, and at 7 o'clock you did your workout with no waste of time, and you can go to the work. Was great. And then I believed it, and I bought the idea. So when I got started, the pandemic times helped me over there.
So Trevor says having a home gym means that you are your only excuse. If you don't get a workout, it's because of you, because it's right there.
Yes.
So you mentioned in the video, not the one about the 10 brands, but you said that you waited on purpose to attend Home Gym Con until you had more brands, until it was in Louisville. What was the thing when you got to Home Gym Con? What were your overall impressions? I know you said there was a lot going on, but since you had been to HFA, I went to HFA in Vegas for the first time this year, but I've been to the Arnold, I've been to some other stuff too. So I know how I see Home Gym Con compared to other events. What is your impression of Home Gym Con compared to the other fitness shows that you've been to?
Oh, okay. It's quite different in my opinion, my view, because all the HFL or FIBO, it's more just like B2B. Over there, it's more like B2C. But one thing that I saw as an advantage to all the brands, it was the quantity, the absurd quantity of the contents that all the brands, all the products has, with all the influencers that did that. So HFL in Las Vegas, I think it was not a great show. I have been there just to be actual, to see what is going on in US, and then going to FIBO, because FIBO is it's a greater experience from HFL. But the Home Gym Con, it was a great experience. And as I talk with all these equipments to Home Gym in Brazil, that event makes so many sense for me to be there every year and to promote this and then connect with you guys over there and promote a little bit more in Brazil the news you have there, a lot of prototypes, and to promote some brands too, to start to look in Brazil and to find some distributor, or to open as Amazon, as eBay, sells to Brazil with small things. Everything over here is expensive, but if you open this market, we have public over here to sell almost everything you have in Brazil, but we have the difficulty of the freight, the logistic, sometimes with the warranty with electronic products if you buy from Amazon over here. But we have a huge public, we have a huge audience, and we have market in Brazil to grow a lot. We have a culture of home gym over here. It's starting, as I can say, but we are helping so much to impact over here. I'm liking.
So you had the video. This is you at Home Gym Con, and you had the video where you talked about. This actually looks like it's funny because I didn't notice it, but you remember the lobby at HFA in Vegas? Mm-hmm. How when you were first walking, you came out of the casino and you were walking in, right there looks just like that.
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that. But
it was orange. It was orange.
Yeah.
HFL, but it's similar. It's similar.
I actually,
you
go ahead.
And you said that I was watching the last years of Home Gym Con. I was when I discovered Home Gym Con, I saw, no, I have to be there. But I saw for the first year 30 exhibitors.
Right.
It's, for me, the investment to get out from Brazil to US to do everything. Well, then the second event was with 60. Then it's going to be bigger the next year. And the third year, 120, some more companies. Then I did it. So that's the time I have to go. I cannot wait for the fourth year. So I came there. Now I understand the dynamic, the DNA of the event. It's different for the other ones. The next year, I'll be not so shy. I'll be more integrated with you guys. And you are helping me.
Oh, of course, man. So
and I'm starting my podcast over there I have a box over there.
Hold on, let me see.
In the end. Oh, okay. There.
Oh, nice.
A great one. I will have my podcast box over there. in about 2 months.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
already paying. I'm already paying. So the next episode, I will invite you, and I will be there.
Oh, I'm happy to come on, man. It's a pleasure. It'd be my pleasure to come on there. I would love to do it. Yeah, just let me know. Just message me, and yes, I will do it. Let me say this. So you did a video of 10 brands.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, let me pull it back up again.
It's more like 10 products. It's
10 picks.
More like 10.
10
Yes,
picks. You said that you don't want to miss, right? What made you pick? I think I understand why you picked like this one, right? The Dynacore. I could see that. Why? What is it about some of the other ones that cause you to say, like Center? That's Inspire, right?
Yes.
So, and you said it's available there in Brazil. But some of the other brands I'm looking at, like, well, what made you say these are the products that I want to make sure people know about? So like the Nighthawk bench right here. What was it about these products that made you say these are the ones that I want to make sure that people who are from my audience knows about?
I choose the equipments that make more sense having in Brazil. So to promote some brands, as I said, I passed through Rogue, the Rex over there. It's the Icon company. I like very well, very tough products. But American made in Brazil, we don't have in Brazil Rogue Rex. So I'm trying to promote more the products that I say can match in Brazil, can be priceless in Brazil, and make more sense to Brazil. Several others are impossible. So I choose some ones that the fit the bench of the Inspire. It's a new bench, was launched. We are going to have this bench in Brazil in a couple of months. So
this one right here?
Yes.
Okay.
Rep Fitness, it's trying to come here to Brazil as well.
What about Body
Makes
Solid?
sense to Brazil as well.
Do you guys have Body Solid?
Over here, I have some. You can see over here. I have some pre-owned.
I was about to say. I know that you guys have. They're everywhere. So is that pre-owned?
Yes. We used to have a lot of Body Solid in Brazil. I think we only have pre-owned at this time. It's a used one. They were in very condominiums. Condominiums, a lot of Body Solids over here in Brazil because he has a partnership with another stores chain over here in Brazil. But it was I can say 20 years ago, 10 years ago. It was some times ago, some years ago. I don't say. And I think I don't know if it was you that said that or another guy. But I don't see them as a very innovative company. They, in my opinion, used to be very good in the beginning, but along with the time, the machines look like almost the same biomechanics. I don't like it very much. It's a well done, well construction, but it's not my preference. But I can see we have in Brazil so much very, very weak Body Solid. Is actually regular for me. It's a good one. It's not so good. I prefer Inspire, but it's not because we sell Inspire, because I choose Inspire, because I like the machines, I like the biomechanics, I like the quality. I am studying them for
so you chose it because you like it, not you like it because you chose it. I got you. Okay.
Yeah, no, all the products that I have over here, actually I choose because I work with some brands, but actually I choose what I have. This one makes sense for us, to our public, because I have the YouTube channel, I have my website store, that the fitnessdiscount.com, and we have our consultant service, building your home gym or building your vertical gyms to the condominiums, to the hotels, to the constructors. So we have the service, the products, then we have the curator of the products that we choose. Some products, I have a Star Master, I have a Technogym rower over here, so I have good relationships with the companies. Yes, and but Inspire Fitness has matched a lot of for Brazilian public. It's not a very tough product, And home gyms in Brazil, we sell a lot. It's part of the culture over here. I prefer the functional trainers, the CrossFit, but over here we have a lot of home gyms. And at home gym,
like this one that I show right here.
Yes, M3. It's a very good one. I think it's the best home gym of the world. One tower home gym.
Okay, and so is it like a status symbol to have a home gym? Like we show that people just, it's like, okay, you have money and that's why you have a home gym?
Yes. Okay. It's a little bit over here in Brazil. It's a little bit expensive. It has a good home gym. It's some premium public.
Okay. All right. So let's see. This is stuff from your Instagram, and this is that looks like an Inspire. Is that right?
Yes. This was our consultant delivery of the project. Over here we have a Technogym run.
Okay.
Extension core.
So what's funny is I found out about Technogym when I went to HFA and I talked to Phil Patty from American Barbell, and he was talking about Panada and Technogym, and so that's the first place I heard about it, because I used to work at a public gym, but at the time they didn't have Technogym product. They had more this is like 1995. Okay, so they had Hammer Strength. They had what was it? Olympus. I think they had Icarian, Hammer Strength, and brands like that. It wasn't, and I think they had some Body Solid too, but it wasn't like I had never seen Technogym until I went to HFA, and I was talking to Phil. What was the booth that you were most looking forward to visiting, and did it live up to your expectations?
At Home Gym Con, ATX was a brand that I was not so familiarized, and I was looking forward to understand a little bit more about the product. Actually, it was the nicest booth with the German and US and US flags over there. In the end, I like ATX. Rogue Fitness, I would like to understand a little bit more about the Rex. So understand the high quality, everything's made in USA, not only the pulleys, everything but the pulleys. Rap Fitness, I was exploring them the last events, so I knew about the products. Temple of Gains.
Okay,
I see you guys talking on the videos, and I was curious about.
I want to see this. Yeah.
The new leg rack, the leg press with hack machine. Nice one, very tough, very tough. I have someone over here in Brazil, not the those one, but similars. Both I'd like to understand. Titan as well, but I like to see very much dialed motion, this kind of prototypes. Oh, it was incredible. I like very much.
So what I think, and this is you at the dial motion booth right there. Is it for you? Is it more like, okay, this stuff is nice, I know I can't get it, but it's just innovative and I just like seeing it? Or is it, I'm going to see if I can get this stuff to Brazil to see if other people like it too?
No, for me, I don't. It's a prototype. I don't know the final price. It's not so cheap in Brazil. It's get expensive, but it's a solution. In Brazil, we have lots of. We live in condominiums. We have a lot of Brazilians that live in condominiums. So you have a small place. You have a room inside your apartment. So you don't have your garage in with all the space. So solutions like this, a little bit lighter, so you can use in a small space, makes sense for us to inspire the Brazilian market. But I understand that if you have a dual extension and curve, it's much better. It's a much better experience. But the investment is a little bit higher, the space is a little bit higher. So I like to show both solutions. So at least with the smaller one, people get inspired and see, oh, there's a solution about this. And then when you try, sometimes you realize, oh, it's very good, but I can have another solution better. So, but you open the mind of the people. So we are doing this to inspire the Brazil market. And I like it much of the Diamond because Rep has some similar product that they launched last year during, I don't know if it was FIBO, but that the motion, the torque force of the strength, it was better for me. It was a lighter piece, very well. Né? The design, the attention to the details. I like this prototype. For me, it was the highlight of the prototypes that I used to have, that I would have over here with me.
So let me ask you a question. This is not something I plan on asking you, but you're talking about how small the condominiums are, the rooms. Do you guys get anything for, did you see QLI Fitness when you went to HFA?
Life Fitness, yes.
No, QLI Fit. Okay, so I didn't think so. So let me show you. I want to see what you think of this product, because I saw it and I said, oh, wow. I saw it at HFA and it kind of like was like, it jumped out to me. Like, this is something I've never seen before. So this is a folding strength trainer. And I'm trying to see where, like, the thing where it folds. Yeah, see that?
Okay.
And it folds up, right? So it so let me just here, but then see how it folds up. So that's it when you're not using it, and then it opens up, and then it's got a bench. So you see the
I didn't see.
Yeah, so you did. Yeah, it was there. I'll send you the link to the video because we did a tour with them. But I just thought it was yeah, I was like, this is amazing, because look, see the bench actually comes with it, and then you can link all the stuff in there, you do all these different things or whatever. And I just thought it was really interesting because it doesn't take up a lot of room. It's made in Vietnam in their factory, but the thing that made me look at it was because, you know, we have the tariffs, but Vietnam isn't part of the tariffs. It was China. So I said, well, you could get some of this from Vietnam. You don't have to worry about tariffs, you know, for the cost or whatever. So I'll send it to you because I am curious. I think,
thank you.
You know, curious to see what you think of it. Hey, Rob from Vintage Weights says, summertime sleeping in. I'm missing the show. Hey, look, Rob, it's fine, man. I love the replay crew, the rewatch crew. That's fine, man.
I saw some videos of him.
Yeah, he's got a great channel. If you're not subscribed to Vintage Weights, you need to subscribe to Vintage Weights. Luis Lucasi, hey, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Did you buy anything to take home with you from Home Gym Con? Because you have to fly.
Actually, I bought a lot of electronic stuffs to my podcast. The mix. I have a lot of, but I have over here. I have the M plates.
Okay.
To my Bowflex, I have a 552 Bowflex at home.
And you got that at Home Gym Con, right?
Yes.
Okay.
With Matt.
Okay.
Total grips.
Oh, hey, he's coming on the show soon.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah.
He looked
nice.
And I used to. I have some friends over here. They're jiu-jitsu teachers.
Yeah.
I'm a blue belt, but it's 5-10 years that I don't use a kimono. But okay, that's a nice one.
Yeah.
Bells of steels.
Okay.
For the kettlebells, because I bought from Amazon a adjustable kettlebells from Bells of Steels months ago. It was very expensive. The freight, the taxes.
Yeah.
Actually, I paid 2.5 times the cost of the final cost over here of the price of the product in the US.
Just for freight.
Final price over here with freight, it was 200 the product and 150 the freight, and then the taxes over here almost double, and that's a lot.
That's rough.
Blade X.
Okay.
From the Nixon.
Okay. Okay.
Mini barbell.
How did you fit all of this in your suitcase?
Yeah, it worked. It worked.
He said, "Don't ask me a lot of questions." Okay. Never mind. I will not ask any more questions. You got it. You made it work. Okay.
And I bought a mini barbell kit. It is my other store.
Oh, the mini barbell. Yeah, that was in your.
Yes.
I remember you said you had that in the video, and I wasn't sure. Because so this stuff that you're talking about that you said that you liked was in the video, in this video that I keep on pulling up, and everybody, I'll put the link to this video from Daniel's channel so you guys can check it out yourself. But and for those of you who are, so it's in Portuguese, but it's dubbed, so you can I listen to it in English, so anyone can watch it. You guys, I think you will enjoy his channel.
But
yeah,
now
so you got that.
If you change the audio in the, you can watch in English.
Yeah. I watched it in English.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, I watched it in English. Yeah, it was fine. So you said you got something from Mini Barbell?
Yes.
Okay,
Some
nice.
souvenirs.
I like that, man. What was the thing that you could say, and this is more for Jake, if there's anything about Home Gym Con that you would have changed, what would it be? How could it be better?
I saw a video from Jake the last days at a tour inside his home gym as well.
Mm-hmm.
I saw he has a FT2 Pro from Inspire as well.
Yeah.
And no, it was my first experience over there. It was a little bit different of the other shows that I go, Arnold in Brazil, HFL, FIBO, but I like the vibe, the community. I don't have. I was thinking yesterday about this. I don't have so negative feedbacks because it was my first experience. I thought that would have some more public inside the show, but when I saw after all the content that was created during the event, I saw a great advantage to the brands because all the content is going to stay for a long in the YouTube channels. It's not it's not only the show that you do the business, and I saw that as a great advantage to this show. And I don't see this kind of advantage in the other shows.
Right. And that's actually a good point because so we've done this year. We did HFA. We thought about doing the Arnold, but we did not. I haven't been to the Arnold since 2019, but we did HFA. That was the first one this year. We did the Music City Fit Expo. We had a few others that we were thinking about doing. We considered doing the Olympia, which is coming up. But the thing that I didn't like about HFA is, so for everybody who's not been to Ursa HFA, what I didn't like was, so you get you get your access. So I had the media pass for my access, right? Well, it let me go to all of the classes, all of the seminars, and all of the conference, right? I went to all of those. Okay. No problem. Well, then I went to the trade show because I wanted to go in there, and I said I want to get some B-roll before it opens and it's noisy, and I know which booths I'm going to, because you can arrange ahead of time to go to different booths, right? So we already had appointments with the booths, but I said I want to go get B-roll so that we can have B-roll so when it's not noisy, and just kind of like get some footage, right? And they wouldn't let us in there. I said, but I have a media pass. And they said, you know what I mean? And so they wouldn't let you in. And I said, well, why wouldn't you do that? They said, you have to be an exhibitor in order to get in. So I would have had to be with a brand to get in because they didn't want to show their stuff too early. And they were not very friendly to just filming content, right? And so I think that's one reason why you're not able to get content like that. I mean, we had to work really, really hard to get the interviews that we did. I mean, really hard. I'm talking about like ahead of time, you reach out, and the brands were willing to do it, but HFA themselves, they kind of got in the way to make it more difficult. And so that was very frustrating. But I think that's why you see more content from something like Home Gym Con, because Jake did it on purpose to make it easy for content creators to come in and get video. You know what I mean?
He facilitated that. Yes, yes. It was no. It's very different. The DNA of a HFA and IRSA was. I think it's even worse in this point of view, because they used to be very hard on this. And you start at this time, you close at this time, and you're pulled to outside. In FIBO in German, the show close. You can be there for 2 hours later without person. The people are the booth have some beers. It's more friendly. It's it's much better. They like you to do this. But in the US in HFL they don't actually looks like they don't like that you do this over
exactly. It's just like, well, you understand that this is just promoting you, and when you reach out to them to say, hey, I did this or whatever, you tag them or whatever, they won't reshare it. They won't do anything. And I don't know why, but I've talked to them a little bit, and I don't know if it's ever going to change, but we're still going to go again. It's just, it's a little bit, it makes me appreciate Home Gym Con more. And I say that Home Gym Con also, something else that I don't know if people realize is, so at a few of the expos that we've been to, you have people on the microphone who are talking, right? And they're talking very loud, and the music is very loud. So when you're trying to do your content, that music is going to demonetize your video, right? So you have to have like the right kind of microphone to drown out the background noise, and they're not going to turn it down. They're not doing anything. At Home Gym Con, like we did the Major Fitness booth, and they were the only one that really had the loud music. And I just asked the guy, hey, I'm about to do a tour of your booth. Can you turn the music down? He said, sure. The DJ turned the music down, let me do my tour. And then when I was done, he turned his music back up, and we went back to what we were doing. He went back to what he was doing. But at HFA, I'm telling you, it was at HFA, no, that music was loud. The expos that we did, you got somebody on the mic. Every time I ask a question, doing an interview, I ask the person a question. As soon as I ask them the question, this loud voice comes on the thing, say, hey, and just talking. You're just like, man, can you just be quiet for just 1 second? I'm trying to get something done, man. So it was just annoying.
Are you going to go? The next year is going to be in San Diego, isn't it?
Yep. Yes, I'm going to go. We will be there. We have our son and daughter-in-law live out there, so it's an excuse to see them too. But yes, we're going to go out.
I'll try to go. And let me ask you something. The next year, the Home Gym Con is going to be 3 days?
Yes.
Oh, okay, nice.
It's 3 days, and they're going to give us time, dedicated time without the public there, to just go through and just do tours. And like I said, I didn't have problems with doing it because Bar Gym Reviews, this is to answer your question. We set up all of our interviews ahead of time. We do that at every show we go to. We reach out to the brands who are going to be there. We, as early as possible, we find out who's going to be there, and we reach out to them. And some of them reach out to us and say, hey, can you come by and do a tour of the booth? And so that's how we do it at every single show we go to. I reach out ahead of time. Hey, we're going to be there. Can we schedule you? And we actually put them on a calendar. And so we make sure, and then we make sure that everyone we promised to come see, we go see. Because that's just, I don't cover it. We cover events like this as if we're the news, right? News reporter, you're going to go there and you're going to cover the news, which means I don't always get to enjoy the event as much, but I look at it like I'm there to work.
Yes,
it's fun, but I feel like I'm there to work because I'm there for my audience. You know what I mean? The ones who can't go. So that's just how we do it.
And one thing I like this point as well. It was the Kentucky, the Louisville Convention Center. Nice place, close by to the hotel. Nice hotel, nice atmosphere of the hotel. The energy over
great.
there.
Yeah,
I had the opportunity to have a Barbie convent as well.
Yeah, I know, right? You get to see the Barbie convention. Yeah,
it was a little bit curiosity. It was different, but
yeah, I bet it was. It was
this.
like
Yes.
I thought it was crazy because so I when I did jujitsu, my master, Alan Goesh was Alan. We were in the airport. We were going to Vegas actually for a fight. One of our fighters was fighting, and I was going to work his corner. And Alan saw he saw the little boy running by. He had a leash. Have you ever seen that? He has a harness, and his parents had a leash to stop the. You all right? So hold on, let me see. Hold on.
I understand.
For kids. All right, so let me see here. So I'll pull up a picture. So here's a picture here. You see it? Okay. I think is funny. So I saw his face, right? It was like this. You see the leash for the kid? Mm-hmm. So we're in the airport, and he saw that, and he looked at me. He was horrified. He said, "John, you have the boy like a dog?" And I said, "Sometimes they do it, man." I said, I can't explain everything. So to me, the Barbie convention, I was wondering what you thought of it when you saw the Barbie convention, all the old women dressed up as Barbie and all that. I know that was like probably wild. Like, what?
5 days. It's bigger than the home gym community over there.
Yeah,
5 days of
Barbie. I said, wow, that's crazy. So Marcus said Bulletproof Fitness music was so loud he had to shout to speak to people. Yeah. So I know that they were there, but they weren't one of the brands that was on my radar to go check out. So they weren't on our list. So because they weren't on our list, we never went over there. And I'll say this too, with 130 brands, and this is for you as well, the Bar Gym Reviews, it's so big that Home Gym Con is no longer the kind of place where you can say, I'm going to see everything. Mm-hmm. So what we do is we just say, who wants us to come by? Mm-hmm. Who wants to interact with us? Who wants to do a tour with us? Those are the people we're going to go see. And also, who are the brands that our audience asks us to go see? So if people on the channel say, hey, can you go check this out? Then we'll make sure we go there. That's why we went to ATX, because people asked us if we could do their booth. I said, of course. So that's because otherwise it's 130 brands, 130 exhibitors. You're never going to see all of them. You'll frustrate yourself. So there, Vintage Weight.
That's why the contents after I'm watching a lot of the videos and channels that I was not familiar. I didn't know. So I am discovering a lot of the details, the product that I don't see the next year. Now I know, because now I know about the event. I know the ways. I know more brands that I was not familiar as I saw everything when I talked to you about the military culture. You have a lot of products for arms.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't see in Brazil a lot of booths with solution for arms. We don't see
like grip stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So Rob said he asked Larry to turn the music down while we filmed, and he did, no problem. I'm saying like a lot of, so again, it's more of a family environment, whereas HFA, it's just very, very, very rigid. The rules is like nope. And so, and I will say this too: if you're walking around without your badge at HFA, they will stop you.
Yes.
They're gonna stop you. You'll get escorted out, and so like I said, it's very, very rigid.
It's just like HFA is just like the TSA at the airport.
Yeah, they're not gonna let you just wander around. You better have your badge on, and they'll look at your badge like, "Are you supposed to be in this area?" Oh, I'm telling you, it's you gotta you don't just show up and just kind of like casually like, "Oh, I'm gonna try," You just don't do it. So so the experience is good but it helps prepare you when you go to something like Home Gym Con, because HFA makes you be organized.
Yeah.
And so then you go to Home Gym Con, you're organized, it then benefits you. Same thing with the Arnold.
One thing I noted during HFA, the last one in Las Vegas, that several brands waiting for the FIBO show because it's a biggest show.
Right.
I actually with Rep Fitness seems to be like that because it was a not so big booth with not so few products, but waiting for FIBO in German. Maybe because Rep Fitness in the US it's well positioned.
Right,
they don't
They're
have
already
to
well known.
they don't have to be more known, as I can say like that. But in Germany, in Europe, he's starting a new operation. Can be like this. But in FIBO, have you been to FIBO?
I've never been to that. FIBO is something that we want to go to next year.
Great
but
experience.
I've never been there. I think we're gonna.
I've
been to Germany, but I've never been to. I haven't been to Germany since I went there in 2015. But we were there for a powerlifting competition.
I think you're going to like it.
I think I like it.
Yeah.
We got to Germany and there was a bomb scare, so I haven't been to Germany since. We were in the airport and they locked the airport down. There was a bomb threat. I said, "Is it like this all of the time?" And so, I like Germany. And then we got lost. Our GPS in the rental car wasn't working. You know, all the signs are in German. So we're trying to drive, and I was on the Autobahn with no GPS, and all of the signs are in German, nothing in English. And we're like, how do we know we're going the right way? We don't. The GPS isn't working. So what we had to do was we saw a shuttle that was going back to the airport. So we followed it to the airport and got to the airport and went back to the rental place. Said, I need a GPS. I can't find my way anywhere. So I got lost on the Autobahn in Germany. There was a bomb threat, and that was my first time to really spending time in Germany. But I do want to go back. We're gonna go back for FIBO, yes.
Yeah,
it was 100%.
Makes sense to you.
So a couple of more comments, and then we're gonna get you out of here. So Home Gym Spencer says the first thing I saw on Saturday when I arrived at the Gold House was an entire van load of Barbie enthusiasts and then Gluck sitting outside. Marcus said he was nearby Major Fitness. He enjoyed it most of the day. Then they turned it down on day 2 for Major Fitness. Equipment exercise. He's going to have to learn American Sign Language because the music is just so loud. It said, don't bring your gun show to a bomb scare, John. Hey, I'm telling you, I was there with my oldest son and another kid. And like I said, we were actually going to Austria, but we flew to Germany and then we drove. I don't know why we did this to ourselves, but the flight went to Austria and to Germany, and then we drove to Austria, which wasn't bad, but you're thinking it's the Autobahn, you can drive as fast as you want, no big deal. And I'm driving, and so the car is kilometers, right? So I didn't know if I was speeding or not. I said, because everybody's going fast, and I thought I was going fast. A minivan passed me.
Yes.
I said, maybe I'm going too slow, so I speed up, and then there was a wreck. They had an accident, so then we got stuck. So then traffic is all stopped, right? So we were on the Autobahn. Okay. We had a great time. This doesn't sound like we had a great time, but so we're on the Autobahn, and we're in traffic because we're waiting for them to clear the wreck, because you know how fast people are going, so it's a bad wreck, right? So we're sitting there, and it's like 1:00 in the morning. We're still sitting there, so I fell asleep. I woke up. My son and his friend are not in the car with me anymore, and I look around. I'm like, where did the kids go? I said, did they get kidnapped? They don't know anybody in Germany. Where did they go? They had walked down because all the cars were just stuck. So they had walked down maybe 100 meters, and they found some teenagers that were playing music in their car, and they were all dancing on the Autobahn at this car that was playing techno, right? So I hear, and I looked, and they're all down there dancing by this car, and then traffic started to move, so they ran back, got in the car, and then we drove the rest of the way. So I have so many stories from that trip, but I cannot wait to go back to Germany. I want to go back to FIBO, and I hope it is not as exciting as the last time I was in Germany. I want it to be nice and a nice time. Don't be boring, but I don't want exciting either.
And different from HFA, the people from the show over there in FIBO, it's much more friendly.
I really want to go because I know a lot of people have told me about it.
Yes,
I want to definitely go to that. So let me ask you a question, because one of the things you said you wanted to do when you went to Home Gym Con was to make connections with brands so you could become their distributor in Brazil. Were you able to do that?
Well, actually, that one of the goals is connected to be known by the companies and know more companies and more products. Yes, we start some conversation in some ways. The Dynacore, the abs that you saw that in the video was a good product that I realized that can match to Brazil. It's not so expensive. So other ones, or I have sometimes interested in distribution, or I have sometimes interested in connecting to another company in Brazil that can be the distribution in Brazil. And we can work together because my strength is on marketing and content and sales. And we have some other companies over here that has storage chain that makes sense for one company another. So I'm trying to or connect the company to another company, or if it makes sense for me to bring to me, or to connect to so we can sell through Amazon, US Amazon to Brazil. But we can do this. Over here we have a fight with a new fight, Trump with the tariff in Brazil as well. We are at this moment over here.
Oh boy, that's wow.
50%.
It affects everything, really, man. And a lot of times people don't think about it, and I understand why he's doing it, but I also understand that it's going to affect everything in terms of our quality of life as well. So I just hope it's resolved, because this has been. You think about it, we've been talking about tariffs all year. Like all year, we've been talking about tariffs and not knowing what the effect will be on this product or that product, and actually, HFA is actually lobbying. They're trying to get the government to exempt exercise equipment because they say it's for health. So it's not a if I have a leg press, it's not a national security issue, So why affect whatever. Daniel, man, I really enjoyed having you on here, and I want to have you come back and talk some more. I definitely will come on your podcast when you're ready for me to come on.
Thank you.
But before you go, please let everyone know how to watch your channel, because you do have a lot of interesting content on there. And I personally would like to see tours of home gyms that are in Brazil. I know you said that there's a small things, but I would love to see like the way people set it up, not just the picture, but I like to see the video. Like, I know people privacy and all that, but I would love to see like how they set it up and how they put the equipment in. And you guys have to deal with rain and things like that. So how you deal with the humidity. So I would love to see some gym tours from Brazil as well. But let everyone know how they can watch your channel and what you have coming up there.
We have our YouTube channel, Forster Fitness Reviews, and over there we have the playlist. We have some tours over there, home gym tours. We have a little bit over there at the playlist. We have our major platform is YouTube. We have our Instagram as well, and I have the website, that fitnessdiscount.com, that was one on my stores, and we have the service assistant or technical assistant and the consultant to build your home gym or vertical gym.
Awesome, man. This was so much fun. Every time you start the conversation, I have the questions I send you, and I think the conversation is going to go a certain way, but then it always ends up in like the most fun way. Organically, you end up like, I didn't plan on talking about being stuck on the Autobahn in Germany, but I really learned a lot, and I really enjoyed this. So,
I can say a small history in German that I took. I was the last year I was at FIBO. Then I went to Amsterdam.
Okay.
To a meeting over there by train. It was a great experience. Then I went to Nordet. It's a small city. There's a factory. Do you know Nordet? You know Nordet because I saw Nordet Fitness water rower.
Yeah.
Do you know that I have been to the factory over there?
Oh wow, okay, yeah. So we have
in
one
Germany.
downstairs, yeah.
But when I was from Amsterdam to this very small city in Nordic, I left Amsterdam at, I don't know, 5, 6 o'clock, and then I got one train, got another, and I lost one, and I did a meeting. But when I was in Germany, in this small city, it was at 9 o'clock in the evening. Everything was closed. Everything.
Yes.
When I was at the train station, I didn't get a Uber, not a taxi. I was stuck over there, very, very cold. And then I got out the train station that was warm, has a heater, and I get off to try to do something because I was stuck there for 1 hour, and the door closed with all my baggage inside, and I was outside with the phone with cold. And then I asked some guy in the station, and he helped me after 1 hour, and I was to the hotel because there was no reception because it was late night. It was a very small city. But actually everything get done. I was able to sleep and to wake up, get to the train station, get my baggage, go to the meeting at Nordit, and everything goes well. But it was a different experience in Germany. But everything goes well. The people over there was very kind to help me and solve my problem over there. That's why I'm going back.
I can say that everyone was very, very friendly in Germany.
Yes.
Everyone in Austria was very, very friendly. We had a great experience going over the Alps. And I felt like I was in a movie going over the Alps and coming down. And, you see the cows on the mountainside. It was a good time. We stayed at a bed and breakfast. It was what's the name place? Shout out to Telferstuben. Telferstuben is where we stayed in Austria. It was really, really nice. We have one more comment. So 2 more. Marcus said that's a great drive. He was stationed in Germany when he was in the Army. The U.S. Army said they have some beautiful countryside and castles in Austria. I agree. And then Rob said, I visited family in Brazil last Christmas. I'm looking forward to following his channel. So he's going to
he told me in Home Gym Call he has been to Brazil.
Go.
Yes.
All right. So, well, man, I thank you so much for your time, Daniel. I'm not going to keep you any longer. Let you get on with your day. But thank you so much for being on here. And please make sure that you come back.
Okay. Thanks for the show. Nice. So I'm learning a lot with you as well. Thank you. Anyway, we see each other soon.
Awesome. That's right. Talk to you later. All right. Bye. All right. So that was Daniel from Forster Fitness and Reviews. It's an excellent channel. Very, very interesting. A lot of content. Like I said, it's content for Brazil. It's content you can't get anywhere else. It's really interesting to just see what the Brazilian home gym community is like. He told you that he has tours of home gyms in Brazil. So if you guys are just interested in checking out something that's different, go ahead and check out his channel. The link is in the description for this video. Next, that's it for today's show. Thank you to my guests, Corey Sanchez from On The Warpath, Marcus Quinones from 922 Designs, and Daniel from Forster Fitness Reviews for stopping by and making this one a success. Shout out to all of you who watched and commented this week. As I said, if you guys aren't here, this is me.
All by myself.
And so I don't want to be all by myself next week. So make sure that you join me next week. We got another banger of a show. Got the guys from Kratos Fly Fitness are going to be joining us. And so it's gonna be an excellent show. Now, what we have coming up next at 9:15, we have the premiere of our tour with Bells of Steel. So we showed you guys the man on the street where we're asking people questions about Canada that Bells of Steel sponsored, but we actually also did a tour of their booth. And so not only is it a tour of the booth, but also it's our reaction. Naomi and I give a reaction to Bells of Steel, and we talk a little bit about why we like their company so much. I know that there's been some stuff recently about, some people who are mad at Bells of Steel, but as far as I'm concerned, they're a solid company, and I love using their products. They've done a lot of stuff there. We got one more comment, and it's from my mom. So she says, great show, John. Great opening with your viewers. Corey, Marcus, and Daniel were all amazing guests. Bravo. Well, if my mother likes it, then that means it's perfect. So you guys, you did good. And Marcus said thank you to my mom. Man, I'm telling you, I told you guys my mother watches every show. So you got to be on your best behavior. My mom watches every show. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Make sure you stay tuned. You got about 5 minutes before the premiere of our tour with Bells of Steel. So you need to go grab some snacks or something like that. That's what I'm going to do. And then I will be in the comments to talk to you guys in the chat of the video if you have any questions about Bells of Steel or anything like that. All right. Peace out. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys next week. See you.